What's up? Welcome back, y'all. Thanks for the ones that popped over from the other stream. We thank you for being here. If you're new to here, my name is CeeLo. If you're just finding us today, my name is CeeLo. We do NASCAR here on our channel. And the cup race ran a little far off, so they bumped green flag back to 4:17 Eastern. That's 3:17 Central. But welcome in, everybody. Billy Scott, off topic I was. What's up, Billy Scott, man? Congratulations on your Dodgers. But welcome, everybody, to the last NASCAR Xfinity Series race on the go at CeeLo for the year. Hope to have a good time. We're going to find out who's going to make the championship four right now. AJ Allmendinger is in. And who else is in? Why do I always forgetting this? Who else is in for the Xfinity Series? I'm drawing a blank. Oh, my gosh. It is. Hold on a second. I'll tell you in a second. It is Austin Hill, the winner last week. Austin Hill and AJ Allmendinger, 2 are in. 2 are remaining. Is it going to be Cole Custer? Cole Custer, remember in our preview vlog, he's got Andy's on the side panel there. Justin Allgaier, could he be in there? Could it be Chandler Smith? He says he doesn't know what he's doing next year. He's not going to be with JGR. Could it be Jesse Love? Could that be an upset pick for Jesse Love? Sam Mayer and Sammy Smith pretty much are going to have to win to get in. Definitely Sammy Smith, but both of them are possible to be here. We'll see what happens. But welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you being here. And let's get into the CW already, as they're going to have pre-race
have a shot to win the championship.
Welcome in, everybody.
Is this a
gloves
off
here.
kind
Hit
of
the like,
afternoon?
hit the
You better be
subscribe.
ready
Let's
to take
go.
the gloves off. Every racetrack on the NASCAR schedule has a signature. Some are speed, some are high banks. Well, Martinsville, it's close proximity in racing like this. You better be ready
I know, man.
to
I just couldn't
push.
do it, buddy.
You better be okay for being pushed, but in the end, what are you willing to do? It's going to fall in the driver's hands.
DJ, I want to go back to something you said post-race last week in Miami. You said the racing could get so aggressive this evening that it could put NASCAR in some very interesting judgment call situations. Is there a move a driver can make that's too far over the line?
Oh, it certainly can, and you can decide for yourself if you want to put yourself in NASCAR in that position. You might not like what they come up with, but what we've seen here in the past, over the years, of the pushing and shoving that Steve was just talking about, what we saw last night in the truck race. You move someone out of the way, they don't crash, you're okay, but if you're going to do something like what we saw back at Richmond earlier this year with Austin Dillon, then maybe that's not going to be acceptable, and NASCAR have to make a call there that might not be in your favor.
Steve, as we look at the playoff standings, is everyone below the elimination line in a must-win scenario?
Math says no. We have seen drivers make up more than those 28 points. The 35 for Jesse Love would be a record, but I think mentality says yes. If your name is below the cut line, you need to not hope something happens. You need to go make it happen yourself. That's going to be a win.
When we talk about how crazy the racing can be here at Martinsville, a good example, this race last fall.
In overtime, here we go.
No prisoners. Be ready. Green flag, green flag.
I got a really good restart. He comes up the track and just gets me enough.
All right, we're talking about that Sheldon Creed incident last year with the whole JG, the RCR stuff. That was crazy. The two, Austin Hill and Sheldon Creed, they're comparing each other's who did what. But welcome in, everybody. Thanks for being here. And Parker Retzlaff on the pole today for the race. Anthony Alfredo, Fast Pasta. Let's go, Fast Pasta. Our good friend Tom, I'm sure he'll pop in here in the chat as well. What's up, Larry? What's up, Gregor? Desert Fox, what's up, Chris? Zachary, what's up, Trenton? Kyle Anderson, happy birthday early, buddy. Thanks for that $2 super chat. Everybody thanked Kyle Anderson a little bit before I came on. Thank you, Kyle Anderson, for the $2 super chat. Pop Bottles, Pastel, who else? Ools here, Mike's here. Is that V? Is a V? There's a V symbol in there. I don't know what your name is, but V, welcome in. That's what I'm going to call you. Billy Scott says, I hope you wished on Game 5, but yeah, I was out with my boy. Nux, what's up? He says, Custard, mentioned above. Let's see here. Who else is here with us? Kyle Anderson. Still Joe, what's going on? Good to see you as well. And everybody else that's watching Ninja. What's up, John Way? Hey, does anyone know when the actual green flag at 4:17 Eastern, if you guys are just joining us, 4:17 Eastern. But thank you again. Rick is here too. What's up, man? And Richard. And thanks for all the new members as well. Andrew for being a member for 8 months, MVP. Becky and John as well becoming members as well. So thank you guys. Paul, what's up as well? And here is Justin Allgaier.
So how do you and the team treat today's race? Yeah, I see you hemming and hawing. telling why.
It's still a must-win situation. When I look at the points, I mean, obviously the 7 points to Cole there is a good number, but it's not a great number. The cut line is a fluid situation this afternoon, and I feel like we worked really hard yesterday in practice in the long run. We know that that's what it's going to be down to, kind of throughout the course of the race. What we saw last night, lots of green white checkers at the end. So. We're going to go out there. We're going to try to score as many points as we can. This Jarrett Logistics team has done an amazing job all year, and no different this week, right? We've prepared an amazing Camaro for tonight's race, and we're going to go give it our all. But it's definitely going to be fluid, and I am going to try my hardest not to make any enemies for next week also, like happened last night. So we'll see if you can manage the two and still make it in. But
thank you, sir.
Really proud of our team, proud of the effort, and looking forward to the afternoon's race.
Justin looking to defend his win from a year ago, and Willow wants to get to victory lane, right?
She'd love to see Dad get the victory tonight. DJ, it was a rough start to the playoffs for Justin Allgaier, but they've kind of turned it around with some speed lately. Have you seen enough to say Allgaier's back?
Yeah, they've got some speed, but I question some of the calls that are being made. I question more some of the things that are being told to that driver as to how to drive and race these races. Let Justin Allgaier do what he does best. That's drive the car and go win and get as many points as he can.
Steve, I want to go back to the finish of last year's race, and really the year before that as well. Is the level of desperation this format creates a good thing for NASCAR?
Well, if you're a race fan, it's a great thing. And if you're a driver below the cut line, it's a great thing because you have opportunity. A high-speed racetrack, there's nothing you can do. You can't just teleport to the front. This is the closest you can teleport, and that's at full contact. But if you are Justin Allgaier or one of the drivers above the cut line, I think you have to be a little concerned because it can all go away in the last corner.
Yeah, I think there's so many things that can happen. You have to be aggressive and go get what you need to and pay attention to what is going on there. These drivers, I think that Cole Custer and Justin Allgaier in a very, very precarious position because there's a good possibility somebody below them wins this race and then one of them is out.
Well, they're not only fighting for a spot in the championship four, they're also fighting for one of the most coveted prizes in NASCAR, Dave Burns.
Marty, it is a grandfather clock, and they used to be made just 5 miles down the road in Ridgeway, Virginia. These days, I have no idea. However, this is the trophy that everyone wants to win here at Martinsville, Virginia, and it started back in 1964, 17 years after the Speedway opened. Speedway promoter H. Clay Earls, he wanted something special that the drivers could take home, and maybe the wives would display in a prominent place in their house, and many, many have done it. Darrell Waltrip, 11 trophies like this. 12 times the King, Richard Petty, got a grandfather clock and took it home. Even Dale Jarrett and our own Jeff Burton have a grandfather clock somewhere on their premises. And you might say, well, something a little quaint like this, would it really fit a 2024 motif? What would the sell job be for the 38 drivers today who might take this home? Marty, I think it would be this.
What's up, Jason?
Honey, you can decorate anywhere in the house, any way that you want to, but one corner is going to be NASCAR chic.
Oh, wow, I got to run that by my interior designer wife, Dave. NASCAR chic, I got to work that in. So you mentioned DJ has a clock. Steve, you have two of them. I want to know from both of you, where are the clocks?
One in my office and one in my trophy case. One on each floor. That way you don't have to get the time set exactly right when they both go off at once.
Yes, and there's room in any house for it. Mine right now is in storage until I figure out a way to get it to Arizona.
Oh, that's good stuff. You always got to know where the clock is. There's where Steve won his clock.
Good, Michael.
So
how are you?
I want to go
Susan,
out to a couple of voices
in.
that are going to call the action today, Rick Allen and Jeff Burton. So, Rick, hey, stick with me here. My math says DJ has one, Steve has two, Burton has two. That means there's two extras. Maybe you can work Burton to, hey, let us borrow one. What do you think?
Well, I think it'd be great. Obviously helping us tell time. Jeff, you grew up very close to this racetrack. I know we've talked a lot about the players in this and the drivers, but what about the uniqueness of this racetrack?
Well, the reason that those clocks are so cherished is because how difficult this racetrack is. And as a race car driver and a team member, you want to win races on the toughest racetracks. This racetrack is difficult because it's so flat. It's exceptionally slick. There's no grip. The tires wear out. The car drives worse at the end of a long run. You have to be extremely aggressive on restarts. All that stuff adds up to chaos, and we've seen it year after year in this series.
Okay, so how do you avoid the chaos? First of all, we've got guys that are above the cut line, and then you have guys below the cut line, and they're going to race this race completely different.
Well, you would hope you can race it completely different, right? And DJ just said it. You know, you got Custer and Allgaier, you think they're in good shape until you get a new winner, and now those guys are in a tight point battle. Justin Allgaier just said he's approaching it as a must-win, but trying not to make anybody mad. You can't do both, right? You got to either be on one side or the other. You want to go into it and have a calm day, but if the situation changes and you have to go beat Cole Custer, what are you going to do? That can't happen just late in the race. You got to do it now. You got to go get those stage points, push early. I don't think either one of those guys can afford to ride around.
And that is the question also that all 4 of the drivers that are below the cut line are asking themselves. What will they do? Sammy Smith, Sam Mayer, 47 back. Jesse Love is 35 back. And then you have Chandler Smith, 28 points back. We just heard Steve say, mathematically, they don't have to win, but if they win, obviously, they lock up a spot. Dave is now with Sammy Smith.
You've heard that phrase, you had one
Sammy
job.
Smith.
Sammy Smith knows what that is today. It's to
Go
win
Allgaier,
this race
Bill
at the end of the day. How confident are you the 8 car can be in victory lane?
Desert.
I feel very confident. Our car was very fast yesterday in practice, and even in qualifying, I was pretty happy with our result. Just
Mark
a little bit
Retzlaff,
shy of the
Bill.
pole there. So, yeah, I feel good. It's going to, I think, kind of be crazy and see the trends that we saw the last couple of years. So, I guess just be ready there at the end of the race.
Good luck getting it done.
Thanks.
Chandler Smith enters today the first spot outside the championship 4 spot. Last week you were very vocal about you have no cares here this afternoon. So with that said, knowing the aggression level, how do you define what's right and what's wrong in terms of moves you can make?
What are things that I'm okay with laying my head down at night and being able to sleep well is what is okay and what's not okay. There's still a right and wrong way of doing things. I don't think going out and just intentionally wrecking somebody
Bubba? Good to see you.
with ill intent is not the right way of doing things.
Steven,
and that's not what I would
bud.
ever want to be remembered by either. But we are at Martinsville. We're at a short track. Rubbin is racing. And at the end of the day, I want this really bad. I want this for my team more than I want it for myself. We've worked endless hours on building this program this year around myself and this team, and we have been so successful. We've had 15 top 5s. Our average finish, I think, is the best out of anybody in the garage, and our average start is just as good as well. And with that being said, to be in the position that we are right now, I feel like it's my obligation that I had to put all chips on the table. I walked in with all my friends this morning, and I'm going to walk out with every bit one of them leaving tonight as well. So we want to bring that grandfather clock with us, and hopefully we can.
You know, DJ, there's a lot more on the line for Chandler Smith than just a championship. What he's saying is, I don't have a shot to race next year as of right now. So when you're in that situation, how do you play the race?
Yeah, just go do what you do. And he's got a fast race car. He's run well here in the past. He knows how to get the job done. And if he has that grandfather clock when he leaves here today, he's going to race for a championship next week.
All right, Steve, give us your championship 4. Who joins Austin Hill and A.J. Allmendinger next Saturday?
I know it's popular to talk about a walk-off winner and all of that, but I have the 4 above staying above. I believe the drivers that have earned their spot coming into this race will hold their spot and race for a championship.
Well, I believe Cole Custer's going to point his way in there.
Yeah, tomorrow.
But I think that it's going to be one of the Smiths
Just
that's
not
going
up
to
yet.
get there. Oh, but they told me I can only pick one, so I'm going with Chandler.
Chandler Smith for DJ makes it into the championship 4 with a win. How about that?
Well, I think Chandler Smith does have a secret weapon. His crew chief has had the best car in the last 2 years with 2 different drivers. Maybe it's his day today.
Yeah, and they certainly feel very good about how good of a long-run car they have today. It's all to play for. 2 seats open on Championship Saturday. Who steps into the championship fight? We're closing on the green flag. Coming up at...
All right, so let's pick our winners today. Let's pick our winners. Who you got to win this race? We'll do dark horses after the national anthem. Who do you have winning this? Let me see in your chat. Was not interested in Dale Jr. as a driver. Less interested into what he has to say, JoJo says. Mike says Jesse Love. Car Enthusiast says hi. What's up? Donna's going Cole Custer. Big J, come on, Allgaier for the win today. Albert's going Cole Custer. Brad's going Chandler Smith. C. Brown going 81 as well. Karen's got Jesse Love. Jackie's got Chandler Smith. Zona's got Mayer. Steven's going with Cole Custer. Dinger for Michael. Tracy with a 00. Allgaier gets the clock. 20. Lone Wolf. Congratulations to Lone Wolf. You've been around a while. New mod here. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to, but I'd like to see you in blue there. Karen says Jesse Love. Pop's got Cole Custard. Barrel's got Jesse Love. Allgaier's got Chris. Chris has got Allgaier. Russell's got the 00. Ernita's got Justin Allgaier. Nux has got Swallowich. was fast. He's my guy in that 8 ride. There you go, Cole Custer. Who you got? Alfredo. Wow, fast pasta. I like to see that there, Larry. Austin Hill for car enthusiast. Josh Williams for George. Barb's got Chandler Smith. Kyle's got Al Geyer. You're welcome, Lone Wolf. Larry's got Al Geyer. Acoustic says anyone but Allmendinger. Gregor's got the 21. Who else we got here? Let me see your picks before the pre-race ceremonies. Bubba says the 9. Mr. C, go 00 Fords. Why is there a 9 drivers with P for the playoffs? One is Almirola. He's in the Owners Championship. Tim's got Al Geyer. Alex has got Cole Custer. Chris has got Sarlich. We won't do the dark horse yet. No dark horse yet, guys. No dark horse. Just your picks. I'm thinking Al Geyer or Chandler Smith. David's got the 7. 00 Cole Custer. Who you got? I can't remember who I picked. Who did I pick? Someone remind me what I said in my video. I don't want to second guess myself. I thought I said Almirola. Got to have my Cole Custard. And I think I had Cole Custard as my dark horse. But we'll see. Mark, someone go back and look at the video and tell me what I said. Mark says the 7. Anybody else? Get your picks in. Your last chance here until you can change them into stage 3. Your last chance. Shane says it's Creed's day. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. But we'll see if he can change that. Creed says, hey, I know I was involved in the craziness last year. It's Creed time, George said as well. Ricky's going the 1. Hit the like. That's right. Al Geyer for Ed. Who else? Who else you guys got? Who else you guys got? Maybe Creed, Mark says. Bronny, who did I pick? Tell me who I picked, Bronny. I can't remember. Jesse Love for Desert Fox. Custer for Paul. The 00 for Bobby. I'm pretty sure you said Eric Amarola. Okay, good deal. Eric Amarola. All right, guys, there you go. Mark's got the 00.
Amazing racing, and lately this track has delivered the drama as it sets the field for Championship Saturday coming up in 1 week in Phoenix. You know, Steve,
00?
where they are in points, does Cole Custer have to play this race like he's racing
Cole
just
Custer to win, or was he my dark
horse?
horse?
If I'm Cole Custer, I start the race thinking I want to win the race. I'm going to control my own opportunity to race for a championship. But, DJ, every plan could change, and we may get to the point in the race where it does change. If it does, I'm going to be on the radio to my driver saying, now you were just chasing one car.
Okay, let me know in plenty of time exactly what I've got to do and what I need to do.
Someone go back and look at my video.
We're starting in the top 10. I think, at least for the first stage, they can just race as hard as they can to get as many stage points and then kind of take the race from that point.
How about Sam Mayer? He finished 2nd here in the spring, and he has shown a propensity to pull out these clutch wins. I mean, he's done it back-to-back years in a must-win scenario.
Right.
He's come through with the win. Could he do it tonight?
We opened this, start talking about aggression and what
Ed,
drivers
his
might
wife
do.
don't like his
I've
pick.
seen no problem
Barb,
with him being aggressive when he needs to be, Steve.
What I love is how clean he raced
gifted memberships.
The roller strokes of maturity. And I forget about nuts and bolts and technology. I just saw him on pit road. He looks relaxed. He looks ready. He looks ready for the moment. That makes him more dangerous.
And I find it compelling that guys who finish 2nd and 3rd are below the cut line coming into this race from the spring race in Martinsville. Also, Jesse Love starting up front today. Could be a very interesting evening here in Martinsville. Time for today's pre-race ceremonies from Martinsville, Virginia.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise as you are able. Remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as the Bedford Army Junior ROTC Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome Motor Racing Outreach President and Senior Chaplain, Billy Malden.
Let's pray. Gracious God and Heavenly Father, as we rise up today on this beautiful day, Lord, we thank you for your creation and the opportunity to enjoy it. Father, we just pray for these drivers and the teams and officials today, Lord. We just ask you to watch over everybody and give them a safe day of racing. Lord, for the fans that are here today and watching my television, I pray that this event would create great memories, both now and forevermore. Father, as always, remember the men and women of our armed forces and first responders that are protecting the freedoms that we enjoy today. Be with them, be with their families, keep all of them safe. And Father, as always, may your peace and may your presence surround us all. It's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
All right, you guys know what to do.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome from Vinton, Virginia, William Byrd High School student, Jocelyn Augustine.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn that so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, o'er the home of the brave.
It's time to decide the championship for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. When we come back, we'll get the engines fired at Martinsville. Green flags coming up.
I knew that's
Thanks for the prayers. Thanks for all the American flags in the chat. Jeff, our prayers are with you for your dog, man. We're sorry about that, buddy. Prayers out to my good friend Jeff out there. What's all right, y'all? Oops, my TV was a bit ahead. Yeah, just sometimes they are. CT, now CW is always going to be behind on our cam video with the audio is always going to be messed up. We're going to have MRN for the start of the race, and we'll bring in CW in the middle of the race. But hope everybody's doing well. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. And now it's time for your dark horse. Let me see your dark horses. I have Amarola as my dark horse, the 20. I got Cole Custer winning it. Let me see your dark horses now. Just dark horses. Just dark horses. Let me see who you got. Who do you got? Everybody support CeeLo. That's right. Dark horse, Sheldon Creed. All right, Just. Who you got? Going with Fast Pasta. All right, Big J. Alfred Fast Pasta also for Brandon. The 18 for Creed for Ricky. The 19 for the dark horse for Acoustic. Connor's got the 20. Michael's got Pollard. Ooh, that's a good one. Ryan says Herps. Going the same with Amarola. Amarola for Susan. Swallowich for Chris. Dark horse is someone who's unlikely to win. Kyle says Creed. Trenton. We'll do yellows here in a second. Barrel says Custer. Eric says Custer. Negative says 48. Zachary says Alfredo or AJ. Desert Fox has got Sammy Smith. C. Brown, the 20, but I'd love to see the 48. Dark horse, Sammy Smith. Ooh, he could get in. Splash says the 16. Rowdy says hi. Trenton, we'll do it in a little bit, buddy. Let's see. Fast Pasta for Lone Wolf. The 00 for Skates. What's up, Skates? David says Sammy Smith. Anita says Muddy D. Zona says the 48. Who do you want to win? I got Coaster and now Amarola as my dark horse. What's up, CeeLo? Justin Allgaier for Bill. The 98 for Mr. C. All right. Bubba takes the 98. Dark horse is the 20 for Trenton. Bobby's got the 16. Jason's got Allgaier. Russell's got Matty D. Rowdy says a new winner. Sammy Smith, Junior Motorsports. Dalton's got the 98. I am pumped for this race, Desert Fox says. Dark horse, Jesse Love for Tim. Paul A says Creed. Kevin says Snyder. My dark horse is Swallowich, winner Klingerman. Hi from Mexico City. Jeff, do apologize, man. I have prayers for you. My dark horse is Alfredo. Lots of Fast Pasta tonight. That's awesome. Retzlaff for Jason, who's on the Retzlaff on the pole as well, guys. Creed has to win one of these days. That's right, he does, JoJo. He's always a bridesmaid, never a bride. So, gentlemen, start your engines. About to come up here, guys. Shane says Sam Mayer. What else you guys got? Creed has to win. What's happening here? Let me have your picks. Allgaier, Dark Horse, Retzlaff. Awesome. Thank you, Jason. Sean's got the 7. What's up, Rebel X? Good to see you, buddy. James Ward says Kyle Larson, Dark Horse. Let's see. Who else we got? Jason's got the Custard. Anybody else? Chase for the win tomorrow, James says. Thanks for your channel. You're welcome, Bob. We've been bringing you live Xfinity races every week except 4 races we've missed. 3 races, I think. 3 races? Yeah, 3 races we've missed. Maybe 4. Me and CeeLo always agree on picks. We do, Pop. SVG in this race? Yes, Desert Fox. SVG's in that 97 Wendy's fries and Frosties. That is nice. I like it. All right, bye. All right, you're welcome, Jeff. All right, here we go.
Final chance in 200. NASCAR Xfinity Series will be decided. 2 non-playoff drivers on the front row, Parker Retzlaff and Anthony Alfredo. DJ, could we see a non-playoff driver win the race?
How about Sheldon Creed, starting in the top 10 there in 8th spot? We saw him here last year, willing to do anything that he needed to do to try to win.
Sheldon Creed has 2 second-place finishes at Martinsville. Jesse Love starts 4th. Is there enough speed in the 2 car to maybe get to victory lane?
He's shown speed everywhere that he's been. I expect him to be probably the most aggressive we've seen him in any race this year.
So we heard Justin Allgaier said he feels like he's in a must-win scenario, but at plus 35, is there a concern about being too conservative tonight?
Yeah, go get what you can these first 2 stages to make sure you have those points.
Let's get the engines fired here in Martinsville.
Martinsville Speedway, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Please welcome National Debt Relief Chief Compliance and Consumer Affairs Officer, Natalia Brown.
On behalf of National Debt Relief, drivers, start your engines!
Cole, you can fire up here whenever you're ready.
Time to set the championship for who gets to race for the NASCAR Xfinity Series title. Find out when we come back on CW Sports.
Alrighty. So there it is. So, gentlemen, start your engines. Now it's time. How many of these are we going to have? I'm going to go 7. 7 cautions. It gets crazy at the end. How many of these are we doing here tonight? How many of these? I'm going 7. Ricky's going 8. C. Brown's going 5. Car Enthusiast is going 10. Put out 7 times today. Big J says. Mark says 7. Brandon says 7. Denise says 8. I think 7 is right. Desert Fox says. Gregor says 7. Just says 9. I'm going with 7 as well for Steven. 7 for Karen. 5 for Donald. 10 for Tim. 9 for Acoustic. 6 for Kevin. 7 for Eric. 7 for Corey. 12 for Victor. 6 for Chris. Holly B. I see you, Holly. 6 cautions. 9 for Skates. Barb says 9. Russell says 8. What's up, Denise? Michael says 6. 6 for Butterfly. 6 for Pop. 6 for David. 9 for Lone Wolf. It's a good thing NASCAR made a CW do now. Only 5,000 people can watch Xfinity Series every week. That's funny. Well, at least you can stay right here, guys. That's the best part about it. You guys can join us. 6 for Paul. 6.5 for Bob. 10 for Ed. 157 for Corvette. Hit those likes, guys. Hit those likes. Let's get to 157. That'd be nice. 20 more to go. Anybody else with cautions? Anybody else? Anybody else? Gentlemen, start your engines. Are ready to go. Hit the like. That's right. Kyle at 7. Bubba's got 8, Mr. C, he says. Susan says 7. And the cars are rolling. Cars are rolling. We get the Chandler Smith's car here. So we're going to have 3 cams today, y'all. We're going to have Chandler Smith. Hopefully he can run it up front. And we got the aerial cam today. We'll lose that sometime into the James has got 8. Any way to watch it without having... Nope, Brian, this is the only way. You can actually go to NASCAR.com and watch these cams for free. You only got 2 more to go before... this one and next week before they go away for HBO Max. But make sure you go check out NASCAR.com. I could not make the screen any bigger. You can watch another thing on the side. And Jesse Love, hammered down. I got you, David Farmer. Congrats for being a member again. And we also have the battle cam. So that's our cams today. And you can go to NASCAR.com and watch these cams for free. You just can't have the scanner connected to it. So there you go. We got this. We'll have the CW. We're going to go to MRN for the start of the race for a couple laps, and then we'll go back to the CW for the middle of the race. We'll do some crank it up here tonight. Hope you have some good cams for that, and lots of fun. So number 1 rule is no politics. Number 2, no, I cannot make the screen any bigger. Number 3, have fun. Number 4, trash talk your drivers. Just be nice about it. This is NASCAR. Everybody has a driver you don't like. I can promise you that. I have a bunch of them that I don't like. So it's okay to trash talk another driver. You all can't get upset if your other person trash talking. Just be nice about it. Have fun. And we're going to pull those belts tight one last time and have some fun here at Martinsville for the last race of the round of 8. Who's getting in? Let's see what happens.
At one of NASCAR's oldest and toughest short track, Martinsville Speedway, it's as close as racing gets to a heavyweight title fight. This track will
it hit the sub. We're trying to get to 28,000.
Car driver. The proof is the last 2 Xfinity Fall races at Martinsville, where teammates wrecked each other in the final few laps with title hopes and a season's worth of work on the line. What are you willing to do for one final shot at a championship? Dave Burns, that's the question drivers will be asking themselves all afternoon.
Marty, more pressure on the pit crews today, but it won't be a problem for veterans like Eric Ludwig from Burlington, North Carolina. The former nose guard for Elon has been a jackman for 14 years in the Xfinity Series now. His job, to take a 35-pound jack, sell it through an 8-inch wide opening to an 1 1/8 bolt, lifting a 3,700-pound race car. That won't be too bad, right? But if he does it for Sam Mayer precision-wise all race long, Sam Mayer can do what he needs to do, which is win to advance. Tim Kuhn?
Well, tucked behind pit road is the Martinsville hot dog stand. This stop is a rite of passage here. They sell 70,000 over the course of a race weekend, but you got to get it with the works. That's onions, slaw, chili, mustard. It takes all those ingredients to make the perfect dog. It also takes multiple ingredients to win a race here. What is that? Well, a fast race car, a good day on pit road, and an aggressive driver.
Hit that like
Guys,
for us.
prepare yourself. It's
Try to
likely
get to 200 likes.
That's the dog, as well as possibly some playoff chaos we're going to see here this afternoon.
Well, from Martinsville dogs to
use the Windows magnifier and zoom in. That's right.
The fact that this track has more NASCAR history than any other. And the kids racing today can make their own history by taking the next step toward
Edward knows how to do it.
Championship. It's NASCAR Xfinity Series Playoffs from Martinsville Speedway, the National Debt Relief 250. Well, everyone, welcome into the booth alongside the Mayor, Jeff Burton, our crew chief, Steve Letarte, Rick Allen with you. And we have heard about this race, the last opportunity for these drivers to lock themselves into the championship four. What are we expecting, Jeff?
Well, I expect to see a lot of aggressive driving. I expect to see as the day changes, teams and drivers making adjustments. Like, what do they need to make happen? Do I need to gamble? Am I safe? Can I take it easy? I think situational awareness is going to be really important, but every single one of them has to be aggressive at the start of this race.
All right, Steve, Marty mentioned it. The last 2 cut races here at Martinsville have had teammates wrecking each other coming to the checkered flag. Are we going to see that again?
Well, you heard Kim say it's going to be messy. Well, you know what else? It's also going to cause some damage. Some damage to the race cars, some damage
Nobody
to
there,
feelings,
y'all.
and some damage to some relationships, because people that come into this racetrack as friends sometimes can leave as enemies, and that's because it is all on the line. You've taken a track what encourages pushing and shoving, and now put it on a spot on the schedule where you have to go back and look your team in the face. If you didn't, do what was required to win.
All right, the cars are rolling around the racetrack. Let's take a look at the starting lineup, and I want to give you a basketball analogy here. Up front, we have Parker Retzlaff and Anthony Alfredo. When you watch March Madness and you see a 16 team going up against a 1 seed, that is what Parker Retzlaff and Anthony Alfredo are up against right now. They are little teams that have outperformed in qualifying and have a shot at upsetting the Giants.
It's like Syracuse beat Virginia Tech in overtime. It's just a great storyline in sports. You see Swalich, the youngster in row 8, going to the back.
So we're going to go to MRN radio here in just a second.
Parker Myatt Snyder in the 91. We don't get to see Myatt a lot. This is a track where he has found success. Excited to have him in the field.
What's going on here?
Continuing all the way through the field. Ryan Sieg had issues yesterday during qualifying with the brakes, so that is why he didn't even qualify. Will start at the rear of this field.
In turn 3, they will make that single file parade down the pace
or down the pit lane, I should say.
You're welcome, Acoustic.
Join the pace car on the racetrack, and we'll be able to turn them loose here in a couple of more laps once we get everybody doubled up and ready for the initial dropping of the green flag.
Cannot imagine what is going through the minds of these playoff drivers.
MRN for the restarts and the starts of the race, and we'll go to CW after
Cole
that.
Custer in by 28. That's good news. It's bad news for Custer, though, because if Chandler Smith or Jesse Love or Sam Mayer or Sammy Smith were able to win this race, Custer would be knocked out of the championship four. So much is on the line here, but you got to battle the competition for 250 laps.
You know, we talk about emotion, Alex, when we come to the Martinsville. Let's revisit some emotions of a year ago. If you were listening that evening on the Motor Racing Network, you had teammates Austin Hill and Sheldon Creed. One of them had the opportunity to go race for the championship in Phoenix.
Delaware.
250 laps on deck for you here on MRN. Here comes the field out of four. Green flag is waving, and we are off and running at Martinsville. Parker Retzlaff gets away by half a car length and leads him out of turn 2.
Trying to hang to the outside is Anthony Alfredo. He'll drop back in line behind Retzlaff in position number 2, but he can't get to the bottom. Chandler Smith will fill the hole.
And Chandler Smith makes a little contact with Alfredo off the corner. Sammy Smith,
Come on, fast Boston.
middle 3 wide, got roughed up quite a bit, finally trying to get things put back together.
Buster
outside
just
the
ran
top
the back
10.
of Smith.
In the middle of a 3-wide sandwich coming off turn 4. He wisely bailed out of that, gave up a couple of positions.
Thank you, Vicky.
Fight another day.
Closer to the front, here's Anthony Alfredo. Feeling heat from Justin Allgaier. Allgaier rooting down to the inside, trying to take the spot away. Further back, Jesse Love blocks Eric Almirola.
Almirola went all the way to the inside pit wall to try and make the move. Jesse Love blocked him every step of the way. They're side by side now for position number 3. Anthony Alfredo gets booted to the outside lane.
Pretty wide.
Justin Allgaier.
Allgaier pulls even up off turn number 4 behind him. Austin Hill hammered the back bumper of Almirola.
Keep hitting that subscribe, keep hitting that like button for us.
Different battles side by side.
They are at it early here at Martinsville Speedway in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Front 5 now.
Slow lasagna.
On single file as Allgaier bypasses Anthony Alfredo for 3rd.
In stark contrast to the start of the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race last night. Last night's race started off very calm, very easy. Dave, they are wasting no time in getting with the program using these fenders in the early going.
No, they're really
I forgot to do lap 3. Let's do it. 3's in the chat. Every lap 3, we honor you, Dale Sr.
And they are in use.
Let me see those 3s.
Gets into the back bumper on Sam Mayer, moves him up in turn 3.
Matt DiBenedetto got moved up the track by Shane Van Gisbergen. He just returned the favor. DiBenedetto hit him so hard, the hood of DiBenedetto's car has been buckled up.
Yeah, sometimes you can do yourself more harm than good in the payback department. A battle in the top 10 now. Here comes Cole Custer. He's going to jump to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll make his way under Sammy Smith.
As we focus on the battle for 5th, that's led by Jesse Love.
We raised you, Dale Sr., on lap 3, every lap 3, here on The Go at CeeLo. For the final time on this year for the Xfinity Series, we honor you, Dale Sr., right here, 3s. 3s. Thank you so much.
So Jesse Love
23 minus the 20. I like that one.
His teammate Austin Hill is stacked up in the tire tracks of Almirola.
Now with Almirola, he is indeed a veteran, but he's also got Austin Hill at the back door, who's been knocking hard already. Eric Almirola.
Thank you, Crispy Flip.
And he's working on Jesse Love.
Behind Hill, you
all right, we're going to go to the CW now.
A bumper full from AJ Allmendinger, who's getting a bumper full from Cole Custer. Then behind Custer, you got Riley Hurst and a side-by-side.
Riley Hurst is going to fill the hole behind that 0 Cole Custer. So Riley Hurst in the 98 trying to move up as well and not allow the 8 in. He's still down there.
Uh-oh.
Sammy Smith.
I'm rolling.
In the pre-race.
Love.
Felt really good about his race car.
For 5th.
Qualified 7th, but already back to 11th.
Herbst is going to go by. Now, here comes Sam Mayer. Sammy Smith continues to fall back.
All the playoff drivers are nervous because it happened so quickly here at Martinsville. Look at this right here, the 38 of Matt DiBenedetto as they roll down into turn 1. The outside lane stacks
this is
up.
Chandler Smith in P2, working on
the hood now.
Parker Retzlaff
up in front of the windshield of the 38, so it's been an uphill battle. Here the
Acoustic,
20 of
thank you for
Almirola.
subscribing.
He was blocked once by Jesse Love. He was patient, but now he's on the inside.
Love in that second line. And Almirola fighting to sweep the Martinsville races. One here in the spring.
Now Jesse Love sees them lined up on the bottom of the racetrack. It's a little break right
10
there.
laps complete of this first stage of 60.
Well, that's opposite of a year ago for those two cars. Different driver.
A little bit different scenario.
It's early.
Oh!
Marty, what about that 2 and Jesse Love?
Yeah, a little kindness in the RCR camp. His teammate Austin Hill let him in, and I talked to Jesse this afternoon, and he said, this has been the hardest discipline for me to learn how to go slow in the corners. Here and New Hampshire, just been very difficult tracks for me.
Luckily, he's in.
I feel like we have a very good short run car, long run speed. That's my concern. But Jeff, talk about the different disciplines.
That's how far behind the CW is.
Like here and
That's
New Hampshire,
ridiculous.
both very flat racetracks.
So instinctively, you see 3-wide battle right here. Ronnie Herbst in that 98 car getting underneath. Oh, problem with the 16.
Yeah, AJ Allmendinger looked like he had the right front to go down. We saw a lot of smoke.
Thank you, Motorsports.
And the caution comes out for the first time.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
12 laps in.
At least we didn't wreck on lap 3. But Custer sends Allmendinger in the back, pushes him along, and Dinger hits the wall. So there is the issue with Allmendinger.
Fast. Savings buck.
MRN under commercial as well. But thank you guys for hitting that like for us. Almost at 200 likes. Hit that like for us. Try to get to 300 likes now. 300 likes on the channel as we're working on Allmendinger here. $1. Thank you for that super chat. AR420. Thank you for that super chat of $1. We appreciate you. Everybody tell AR. Thank you so much. Let's see if we can listen into his audio here. See what Allmendinger is saying on the scanner. Let's see, Allmendinger, where are you at? 16. See what they're saying. For some reason, I like that 15 scheme. Yeah, I like it too. Awful quiet on the 16 car, not saying a word. They must be on channel 2.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Right front, mixed up. What's up, Michaela? Oh, Dinger's going to park it.
You tell me, Chris. What do you want to do? Only thing wrong with the right front is the sway bar. It's pretty much ground out. Well, 3 and 4 open car.
So a sway bar, they're saying, for Dinger. One of them said park it. Luckily, he's in, because this could have been done for AJ. What a change of events.
NASCAR's goals are.
Dinger's going to rest up for next week. Just take a break, right? Just hang out. But the Dinger wrecks. And see if he says anything else. But thanks for hanging out with us. Hit that like for us. Please, please, please. Subscribe. We're trying to get to 28,000 this weekend to end our NASCAR streams. We've had a great season this year of NASCAR. What a crazy, crazy season we've had. Met so many new people. Dinger's going to be done. Dinger's going to DNF. He's going to park it, he says. All right, let's get off this camera. Alrighty, so Parker Retzlaff, Chandler Smith, Justin Allgaier, Anthony Alfredo, Eric Almirola, your top 5. Looks like we're not going to go back to green right yet. Looks like he got bumped by Cole Custer, and then Allmendinger had a tire go down, possibly? Not sure. I like Allmendinger, but it looked like he was driving with a bad attitude today. But at least he has a win, and he doesn't have to worry about it now. So we're going back to green here.
A good pop there off the end of the back straightaway after that flat right front tire put him into the fence. He was able to bring the car back to the pit lane. We'll catch up with AJ in a moment. The field is lined up for the restart. Pace car is on pit road when the green flies.
It'll reset itself here in a second. It'll reset, I promise you.
Stage. Parker Retzlaff from the pole position has led all 18 laps so far today. He's got Chandler Smith on the outside as the green flag goes in the air. Chandler Smith gets a good jump. They'll go wheel to wheel to turn 1.
They will drive in lockstep into turns 1 and 2. Chandler Smith by just a bumper in the outside lane. Gets a good pull off the top of the corner. Chandler Smith goes to the lead. They're 3 wide for 4th place. Jesse Love gets the heave-ho to the outside.
Eric Almirola opened up the inside lane. Anthony Alfredo in the middle. Almirola gets away with 4th. It's a mess from 6th on back.
Anthony Alfredo's the meat in the sandwich, and nobody is cutting him a break. They are storming to the inside and the outside. They're making 3 wide and 4 wide into turn 1. Cole Custer thinks better of it.
Cole Custer went to the bottom to put the block on
Look at Sammy Smith blocking.
They're continuing to knock each other around.
Right,
Sheldon Creed getting roughed up by
we're on
Custer.
lap 20.
Then you've got Sam Mayer.
21. I mean, it's going by so quick. It's going to be hard to keep up.
Final lap for the championship here at Martinsville. It is none of the above. Front 5 or 6 have gotten back to single file. Anthony Alfredo, Cole Custer are side by side for 8th.
Chandler Smith away with the lead. You got Parker Retzlaff in 2nd. Justin Allgaier is in 3rd. Eric Almirola's away with 4th. Then you got Jesse Love that has settled down now in 5th. You got Austin Hill in 6th. Riley Herbst in 7th. Cole Custer is in 8th. But Alex, as we stack it up from 9th on back, that's where the chaos is breaking out.
Anthony Alfredo, for the moment, has the 9th spot. He's doing all he can to hang on to it. Sheldon Creed is there in 10th. Sam Mayer, and they continue to stack up.
First man out of line, shuffled to the outside is Bubba Pollard, back around the 14th or 15th position.
They're racing like it's stage 3, you're right.
Stock car action, never in an Xfinity car, and right now he's taking some lumps.
He's getting some chin music right now from Brandon Jones, who drives him up the racetrack. Jeb Burton punches the hole to the inside of him as well. Shane Van Gisbergen and a half dozen others are lined up there as well.
Bubba Pollard's one of the nicest people you'll ever want to meet, but do not get him mad behind the wheel of a race car because he will get even. They race side by side, he and Jeb Burton into turn 3.
And again, Burton has the preferred line off the corner.
Leader Chandler Smith
finally can take a sigh of relief.
Oh, you're welcome, Steve.
Get back down to the bottom of the racetrack once Burton was able to clear by him. Further back, Parker Kligerman puts everybody 3 wide off turn 2.
3 wide off 2 is closer to the front. They're at it for 3rd place. Eric Almirola finds some daylight to the inside.
Yeah, he wrecked.
That battle continues off the end of the front straightaway. Allgaier hanging on to it for now.
Here they come off turn number 2. Justin Allgaier slides a little bit low on corner exit to shut off the charge by Almirola. Eric takes a look to the inside again, but there's nothing there.
Nope. Allgaier keeps the bottom of the racetrack covered. Allgaier hangs on to the spot. Again, Eric Almirola may be a touch quicker at this point in the race. Allgaier drifts up the track.
That's where the action is right now. Side by side goes the battle for the number 3 position. Justin Allgaier again.
Trying to get to 300 likes.
Top of 2 holds off Almirola only for the moment, I believe.
So Allgaier and Almirola settle down in 3rd and 4th. There's still a hornet's
nest from
5th on back. As deeper in the field, Shane Van Gisbergen just laid the fender to Bubba Pollard, although Pollard was able to hang on to his car.
Nothing but a love tap at the exit of turn number 4. Van Gisbergen trying to elbow his way under Bubba Pollard. Bubba says not so fast, and he turned left on him.
Battle for the 9th and 10th spots is on off turn 4. Sam Mayer to the inside of Anthony Alfredo. He'll take that spot away and settle things down. Further up, side by side.
That battle continues for 3rd and 4th place.
Making a run for 3rd.
Again has found some daylight to the inside of Justin Allgaier, but the Little Gators pretty strong in that high groove.
A couple of veterans racing for that spot there. Clean racing for 3rd. Further back, Riley Herbst gets rooted up off the inside by his teammate Cole Custer in what would be a battle for 7th.
Cole Custer has raced very aggressively here in the early going. Side by side now the battle for 7th and 8th place. Custer to the inside of Riley Herbst.
Custer knows he's got to go here in the opening stage. Sam Mayer now trying to get in there and mix it up as well. Mayer looks to the outside. Now drops to the bottom to follow Cole Custer.
Riley Herbst hung up high now, and he's
on the same one
for his life. He could lose 2, 3, 4, maybe maybe 5 spots if he can't find any room at the end. Tries to bang a left turn. Sam Mayer says
Custer
no,
is
sir. He's
pushing everybody, y'all.
Riley Herbst still cannot get back to the bottom of the racetrack after Cole Custer completed a pass around him 1 lap ago. Chris Wilner, what's the update on the 0-0?
Well, right now, Mike Bagley, the damage concern is minimal for Cole Custer, who you saw earlier was a part of that first yellow. But I talked to Jonathan Toney, and you talk about points for these drivers still above the cut line but not locked in. He said we have to get max
battle here
points,
for these two
especially
guys.
with the uncertainty at the end of this race, or if a driver like Chandler Smith would go out and win, we have to get stage points. So he's reminding Cole Custer to be aggressive here in stage number 1. As Dave Moody alluded to, he has been driving the wheels off that race car as he continues to march his way through the top 10.
To that point, the current race leader is Chandler Smith. If Smith can hang on and win this race, that will knock Cole Custer out of the championship 4. So as they run, Allgaier at plus 19 is the last one in on points, and Cole Custer knows he's got to go. Now let's go hear from A.J. Allmendinger down at the Infield Care Center.
Allmendinger.
What happened? Just Martinsville. It's part of life. It's this is why we win a race early on, and something like this happens. It's disappointing because you want to run all the laps around here and get a good feel, but it doesn't change going to Phoenix, so we'll be all right. A.J. Allmendinger, the good news is he's out of the care center. He's all right, but that's a pretty good description, guys. It's Martinsville.
Live live by the bumper, die by the bumper. That's right.
Out of the race, he is posted
AKA Christian Eckes.
37th finishing position as Chandler Smith leads with 25 laps to go in the opening stage.
All right, so let's go back to U.S.
position in this race. It's Chandler Smith.
Thank you,
who
Smith.
has a 1-second advantage over Parker Retzlaff here at Martinsville.
All right, we're going to start our first crank it up for the night. Headsets users beware. We're going to ride along with Chandler Smith and P1 headset users beware. Ah, caution. Ollie B. That's funny. Caution on the track. Caution on the track. That's the second caution. I'll have to update my thing. All right, well, so much for that. Wonder what happened. See if we got MRN on yet.
Has every...
Nope. Nobody's back yet. Either CW both and MRN are at commercial. Last night was nuts. Eckes and Taylor Gray were about to fight. Taj, number 2. Thank you, C. Brown. But man, oh man, this is an interesting race already. A couple cautions already. We're right along with Chandler Smith. He looked like he was pulling away. Of course, we'll lose the aerial cam in the second stage somewhere. But we got 23 laps to go in stage 1. And we got 38 laps complete of 250. But thanks for all that hung out today. Thank you so much for making our 91 spins off a bumper. There you go. Thank you, buddy. Two. There's that.
Going to win the Daytona 500 by SDP Earnhardt second.
The 1993 NASCAR Cup Series season. All the highs and lows. Relive them all.
I know,
on
right?
MRN's exclusive podcast, The 1993 Season. Available on podcast platforms and
28 spun the 91. All right, here we go.
I want to miss tonight's county fair. I'm going to be.
We are your
Keep no subscribes, y'all. Trying to get to 27,600.
Oh man, I saw the whole thing. And a lifeline to keep you safe when danger is near.
Everybody who is listening.
Pit stops here coming up.
Local. We are America's broadcasters.
Talk about
Text
them or
radio
what?
to 52886.
Not yet.
Local radio stations. Message and data rates may.
Allgaier in the pits. Leaders. $10 super chat, Tracy. Thank you so much, Tracy. $10 super chat. Everybody tell Tracy thank you.
Open in a fairly busy place. Steve Post.
Chandler Smith came in, brought his car down free everywhere around the racetrack. They wanted to tighten up, so that was the story. Chandler Smith, Jesse Love was in, Austin Hill was in as well. I think some of this is drivers that are not too worried about stage points, more looking at the big picture.
Enjoy that though. It's fun going out with the wife or girlfriend or whatever.
The pit road, Parker Retzlaff, your pole sitter, elected to stay out, but Sammy Smith, one of your championship hopefuls that needs a win to get into the postseason.
Why is Parker Retzlaff staying out?
Had no grip, said also some slight brake fade. They made an adjustment, 4 tires and fuel. Bubba Pollard was in really tight. Also screaming tight was William Sawalich. All 3 of those drivers in on lap number 38. 4 tires and Sunoco race fuel to fill them up here.
And with this mixing pit strategy, it's going to shuffle up the leaderboard, so let's check it right now. Brought to you by Blue Green Vacations. Blue Green Vacations, the official vacation ownership provider of NASCAR, invites you to believe in the power of vacation. With Blue Green, you can create a lifetime of memories at our collection of unique, locally inspired resorts and enjoy exclusive access to VIP NASCAR experiences.
There's
Start
a car
your
got
vacation
spun out.
journey today at BlueGreenVacations.com.
Parker Retzlaff is the race leader. Cole Custer will be second again, varying pit strategies ongoing here. Sam Mayer will be scored third. Shane Van Gisbergen now fourth. Brennan Poole is fifth. Parker Kligerman sixth. Josh Williams is seventh. Leland Honeyman eighth. Blaine Perkins ninth. And Chandler Smith is 10th.
Running 11th, Eric Almirola with Jesse Love in 12th. Justin Allgaier in 13th. Sheldon Creed 14th. And Riley Herbst 15th. Jeb Burton is 16th with Anthony Alfredo in 17th. Austin Hill is right now in the 18th position. Sammy Smith is 19th. And Brandon Jones is 20th.
Ryan Sieg 21st. William Sawalich is 22nd. Bubba Pollard is 23rd. 24th is Patrick Emmerling. 25th, Jeremy Clements. 26th is Dylan Lupton. 27th, Dawson Cram. 28th is Kyle Sieg. 29th, Garrett Smithley. And Myatt Snyder is 30th.
Greg Van Alst is 31st. Matt DiBenedetto is 32nd. Mason Maggio is 33rd. Logan Bearden 34th. Ryan Ellis is 35th. Preston Pardis is 36th. AJ Allmendinger and Carson Ware are out of the race. They are posted in positions 37 and 38.
Top 9 drivers stayed on the racetrack on the original Goodyear Eagles they started the race on. From 10th on back, where Chandler Smith is, they are all drivers that made a pit stop just a few laps ago. So this will jumble things up. About to find out what these new tires are really worth.
Thanks so much for making it
see what
stream
the
awesome.
temperament's going to be on this
1300
restart.
here. Hit the like
in
for
the
us.
opening laps, it got
Trying to get
quite
to
aggressive, and it got
300 likes to
aggressive
go to
from the dropping
400.
of the green flag. Let's see if everybody can cool it, or will they go back to the whip, as it were. Pace cars on the pit lane. The green flag will fly at lap 43, which will leave us 17 laps remaining in stage 1. Green back in the air. Cole Custer gets the heave-ho from Shane Van Gisbergen on the inside.
SVG, top 5.
Make that outside run for the lead off turn number 2. He may get it done. He does midway on the back straightaway. Slides it down in
nice
line.
camera work.
Now Parker Retzlaff and SVG for second.
And Retzlaff will clear Shane Van Gisbergen. Van Gisbergen
CJ
now
Channel.
tries to cross over, wedges his way down to the bottom of the racetrack.
Boy, he busts out the shoehorn and just works his way to the inside on Parker Retzlaff. That'll be the side-by-side battle for the number 2 and 3 positions into turn 3.
With Sam Mayer looking on in 4th and Josh Williams in 5th. They're 3 wide mid-pack. Kyle Sieg gets booted to the outside thanks to Riley Herbst and Sheldon Creed. Now those on fresher tires begin to muscle their way to the inside of the Sieg car.
There are some crazy moves being made by some of those drivers on fresh rubber that have got the handling to pull it off. Unfortunately,
Chandler Smith coming through the field here.
They need to do it. Everybody's gotten away with it so far.
Getting away with it all right now is Cole Custer. He's opened up a good 8 to 10 car length lead from a side-by-side fight for second.
The general now pulling away down the back straightaway. That battle for the number 2 spot continues. Shane Van Gisbergen.
SVG there.
Parker Retzlaff up high. Sam Mayer right there in 4th.
Custer's lead is a second on this ongoing battle for second, with Retzlaff being able to hang on to it for now.
Leland Honeyman got turned sideways.
I don't know what shoehorns are.
He made a spectacular save to keep that car going in the right direction, and the green flag
Trouble,
out.
turn number 2. One car goes around off the front bumper. It's Garrett Smithley with the spin. He'll refire that car and point it in the right direction with a big cloud of smoke behind him as he lights up the rear tires, and that puts us under the caution flag.
For the third time of the afternoon,
7 cautions might be not enough, y'all.
To show you how easy it is to
7
file a claim with
cautions
Geico,
might
we
not
hired
be
a scary
enough
movie victim.
for this. 7 cautions. I don't know, y'all. 3rd caution already? These guys are aggressive here. It's only the 1st stage. What's going to happen in the 3rd stage? Thanks for posting this. Can't watch normally since they went to the joke of CW. Been watching for a couple weeks now. Keith, thanks for popping in. Thank you. Thanks for been watching for a couple weeks. It's always fun to meet new folks that have been watching us. So let's go here to the CW now. It's hard to keep up here.
Had a 1-second advantage. That's gone.
You said 10? Our car might be the winner there.
Take another look at what happened.
I don't know what we're going to do.
Honeyman.
Watch some UT football, probably.
Oh. That's tough. The 42 drives in there like
That's
they're going
right,
to be too
Rick.
wide. Blaine Perkins of the
And
29
again,
drives
Rick,
in like he's in the middle. I really put
gifted
that
membership.
on Blaine. I think barely inside the 42.
3 cautions.
All right, so 3 cautions. All right, 3 cautions, right? Now 3 plus 1. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with all this stuff. You got MRN, you got CW. Be a YouTuber, they said, y'all. Have fun, they said, y'all. Multitasking at its best. But thank you, everybody, for hanging out. 1,300, almost 1,400 in here. Share the stream out. Let everybody know, hey, this is where you need to be. Next year, on Saturdays. Elmer, what's up? How are you doing as well? You can stream races from NASCAR Classics. They don't strike people. Yeah, maybe do that. NASCAR Classics. It's a lot of subs, though. Best fan base. It is. This is. You're right. V. What can I call you? I don't see a name. Give me a name I can call you. Can I just call you V? Because it looks like I see a V in your thumbnail. Is it V? Elmer, we'll be back next year for sure. For sure. Best live stream. Thank you, Lone Wolf. We appreciate you. As we are waiting for her to go back to green here. The cars are back single file. I said 6 as well for Chris. The Xfinity Series had 26 cautions at Hickory Motor Speedway back in 1992. Whoa. I said Cole Custer for the win. And that Amarola is my dark horse, I believe. Or it might be swapped. I'm not sure. Taj says Dodgers deserve to win the World Series this year. They showed how to dominate. That's right. Hopefully my Braves can be there next year.
The caution flag, Cole Custer is the leader. Parker Retzlaff, Shane Van Gisbergen,
You're welcome,
Sam
Nicholas.
Mayer,
We love
Josh
our friends from down
Williams, the
under
top
in New
5.
Zealand.
Hopefully we get in the 1-to-go signal here shortly. From Martinsville
Yeah, what can we
Speedway,
call
this
you,
is the
V?
Motor Racing Network,
Cap?
the voice of NASCAR.
Cap, okay. Cap? Is that you, Cap? No way. Is that my captain? Is that him? Is that my captain? All right, back to it. Well, MRN going for a break as well. 310 likes. Let's see if we get to 400. It's upside down. Okay. Cap. Okay, gotcha. Cap. I'll call you Cap. Gotcha. See here. Aerial cam. Battle cam. Everybody is at a commercial break right now.
You got to try to survive this. Keep the fenders on the car. You want to be
NASCAR
around
winning
when the
fans
checker
all over the
flag
world. You're right,
flies at the end
Nicholas.
of this thing.
Right now, the pace cars getting ready to head to the pit lane. It'll be 7 laps to go in stage 1. And
Let's restart right here at Chandler Smith.
Right now, as we look at the playoff picture, you've got Justin Allgaier in by 38. Chandler Smith
Custer
out
for the
by
win,
38. Custer leading. He was below
Can I get a
before he took
Vegemite
the
sandwich?
lead. This will change 1,000 times before we drop the
Get to
checkers
400
here
likes.
tonight. Time to go back racing with 7 to go in the opening stage.
Green flag goes back in the air. Cole Custer gets a great restart from the inside lane. Parker Retzlaff gets shoved up and into the outside wall. Sam Mayer shoves him head first into the safer barrier in turn 1.
Let's watch this.
Retzlaff,
I know it's a little behind, but we're going to watch this in the turn 1.
And the caution flag is back on the speedway.
Let's see what happens
here. It didn't take long, Mike, before they got physical again.
Oh, right there.
Sam Mayer
Golly.
just nailed Parker Retzlaff. Further back, Josh Williams has an axe to grind with Sam Mayer. Sam Mayer, at a greatly reduced rate of speed, comes across the start-finish line, but it all started on the restart up front when Sam Mayer gave Parker Retzlaff the heave-ho off the end of the front straightaway.
Tough hit there for Parker Retzlaff, our pole sitter. Major damage to the nose of that car, and he's brought it to the pit
literally
lane
pushed it right into the wall.
He is pretty livid, Alex, on the radio as he tried to describe what happened. Said the front tires got lifted off the ground and the one car drove him into the wall. He said the right front is junked. Right now the sawzall's out as they try to cut the front end of this Chevrolet off to get a better look. There's also a gaping hole right where the brake duct is on the left front tire as well. So it's going to be a lengthy stop here for your pole sitter, who is having such a good run. Right before the restart was just complaining that the front tires were abused a little bit, but they were on strategy and hanging there in the top 5. But now a lengthy stop here as they continue to just saw away at the front end of this race car, but a tough break for Parker Retzlaff.
Indeed it is, as drivers continue to squabble about what position they were in.
It's a hot mess.
When the caution flag
Shelly,
Chandler Smith is trying to drive around some cars. Sam Mayer nearly came to a stop on the front straightaway, has since driven up, and now he's disputing what position he should be in when we get ready to come back to the green and white checkered flag.
We get 10 green flags.
Which is going to be only 4 laps away.
So the question for me is, what kind of damage does Sam Mayer have on the right rear of his car? Because when Retzlaff went up and hit the wall in one, Mayer was still completing the pass around him, and they made contact, ripping the left front of Parker Retzlaff's car with the right rear of Sam Mayer's car. So the question is, Sam Mayer, in a situation right now that he's 76 points below the cut, he's got to win the race. He's been giving chin music to Parker Retzlaff. He's had it with Josh Williams on the racetrack. Alex, 56 laps in, this is not the mindset you want a potential
Sam Mayer just wrecking people for the championship. With Jaspy, what's up?
Race interview at the driver intro stage. He'll do what he has to do today and then apologize later on. But if for some reason he's able to make it to the championship 4, he is creating a ton of enemies, and Sam Mayer is on the pit lane right now along with Shane Van Gisbergen. Let's follow the Van Gisbergen stop.
Right now, Shane Van Gisbergen on the racetrack. Right side tires have already been changed. Left side tires already going on.
This ain't no short track racing.
At the same time, Sam Mayer is in the pits in front of Steve Post.
Sam Mayer brings his Chevrolet into the pit area. The crew member on the right rear gives a thumbs up. So a thumbs up, there's going to be a chassis adjustment on the car. There's damage on the nose where he got in the back of Parker Retzlaff. They're going 4 tires, Sunoco racing fuel in the car. So Sam Mayer, some damage on the car. There he goes down and away. And looking at it as a peek around the rear end of the car. Yeah, that right rear is dinged up, but the crew member was quick to give Marty Lindley, the crew chief, the thumbs up that the right rear was
Parker
all right
Retzlaff's
on the Sam
car.
Mayer car.
You realize just how hard these drivers hit out there. The damage to A.J. Allmendinger's car from his crash early on in turn 3. The damage to the nose of the
also
Parker
did
Retzlaff
pit. Remember, those guys
car
had
here,
more
the damage,
tires.
After the wall contact in turn 1.
It's
it
just
might
short
be
track
the tightest, slowest track on the tour, but boy, they are hauling the mail at 120 plus miles an hour, and then the wall comes up.
Well, we saw that earlier today in NASCAR Cup Series practice. In case you missed it,
Samsung
Denny
throttle
Hamlin
stuck,
had the throttle lock on the car. He spun it, backed it into the outside wall. It was thought for a moment that he was going to go to a backup. They are still working on that car right now in the NASCAR Cup Series garage. They're going to try to put the car back together.
Mayer got shoved by whoever was behind him. Yeah, I'm sure.
And they really have had to basically take the entire back end of that race car off and rebuild it before tomorrow's Xfinity 500.
We are going to have a 1-lap dash to decide stage number 1 here in the National Debt Relief 250. Cole Custer, the race leader. Eric Almirola outside. They'll come to the line. We'll complete lap number 59. 1 to go in the stage as the green goes back in the air. Custer tries to get away with the lead.
Custer gets a good jump at the drop of the green flag. He'll lead by half a car length, but here comes Almirola inching back at him on the outside lane. Side by side down the back straightaway into 3. It's Almirola by about 1.5 feet.
Oh, but Custer gets into him and drives him up the racetrack. Green and white checkered flag is waving. At the start-finish line, it's going to be a photo finish. It will be Cole Custer, by 1/1000th of a second, who will win the first stage here this afternoon with Eric Almirola in second, Justin Allgaier in third, Chandler Smith fourth, Jesse Love coming across the line in fifth. What a conclusion to stage one.
The rest of the top 10 to earn championship points will be Riley Herbst 6th, Josh Williams 7th, Sammy Smith 8th, Sheldon Creed 9th, and Jeb Burton will be 10th. Stage number 1 comes to an end with thrilling fashion as we see the caution flag now on the speedway for the 5th time. Did you know that Wendy's...
All right.
Because points are paid, so NASCAR will take a look at it, but so close, Rick. We'll just go off the timing for now.
Look at this finish to stage 1. It looks like the 20 might have the advantage. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, that's a close photo finish there with Custer and Almirola, but your Cole Custer, Almirola, Allgaier, Chandler Smith, Jesse Love, Riley Herbst, Josh Williams, Sammy Smith, Sheldon Creed, and Jeb Burton. Austin Hill misses the points, but he's in already, so it doesn't really matter. But there's your top 10 to get the stage points. But we are end of stage 1. We're now in stage 2. Stage 2, Alex says, did you know that the Xfinity Series... Oh, he's gone. He retracted it. We'll figure out what he said later. Acoustic says, Mayer must have taken driving lessons from Eckes. That's just short track racing. That's what it is. That's just short track racing. Next Saturday, 6 p.m. Or 7 p.m. Eastern will be Phoenix for the championship next Saturday. We won't be able to do that. We'll be on a cruise ship. So I wish we could do that for you guys, but we are planned a vacation. Before we knew the 2 cruises that we planned, we had no idea that this channel would be blown up like it did this year. And but you know, sometimes you gotta take a vacation, enjoy your vacation when you can. But maybe we'll do some live streams or whatever. But next Saturday, Friday and Saturday, I'll be really busy, so I won't be able to do any live streams. Maybe Sunday. If Denny makes it to the Final Four, maybe Sunday, I possibly can pull it off. But we'll see how it goes. And it won't have all the bells and whistles either. It'll probably be like as simple as it gets. I said 9 cautions. Can I change that answer? Exactly. Cruise for the championship. That's right. See if this is back yet.
NASCAR racing.
No, not yet. You guys haven't seen anything from SVG yet? Well, he was up front. He had to pit. He had stayed out on that last caution. You're welcome, Debbie. We are going to enjoy the cruise. King of the Sea. I don't know. We're watching these tropical storms forming down there in the Caribbean. It's not looking good, but we're going to keep our fingers crossed. The Truck Series Championship race is going to be a train wreck next week, not the good kind. Exactly. All right, we'll scroll here in just a second, Trenton. There is our aerial cam. It's coming back in here. We're going to spend most of this race under caution, y'all. We're going to spend most of this race under caution. We're never going to have crank it up.
Parker Retzlaff is out of the race. He's with Steve Post.
You ready? It's your pick.
Out of the care center. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I just watched the
awesome, Lori.
11 just ran me in the one straight over. So I don't know. We had a really good car. I mean, I think that those cautions were kind of hurting us. We were a really good long run, and it doesn't matter now because somebody doesn't know how to drive.
There we go. Parker Retzlaff, very frustrated.
Well, they gave it to Almirola.
Okay.
Pit lane is open. Here's Cole Custer coming off the racetrack. Custer will make his way to pit lane. Josh Williams will do the same. Further back, Jeremy Clements,
you're
the
right.
South Carolina
That's
native.
what C. Brown said.
He too will come to the pit lane. Chris Wilner, Josh Williams is in.
He is. It'll be a 4-tire change.
Great.
He did have a little bit of door damage as well, cosmetically, after some contact in the middle of that stage, but a relatively clean race for Josh. And again, 4 tires and Sunoco fuel. Cole Custer is in, very frustrated.
Some 4 fresh Eagles, as Cole Trickle would say.
Stage max points with the stage win. It was all for naught. They're going to make a chassis adjustment, air pressure, 4 tires, and Sunoco fuel. He's down on the way. Steve Post.
Keeping that like, trying to get to 400 likes.
My drivers pitted back on lap number 38, 39 range. So right now, all the front runners, at least those
trip to pit road brought to you by Straight Talk Wireless, available at Walmart and straighttalk.com.
Greg Van Alst from the ARCA Menard Series making a rare start here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. He leaves the pit lane. Greg Van Alst from Anderson, Indiana, had a solid campaign yet again for the ARCA Menard Series. When we get to Phoenix Raceway next week, we will have the season finale coverage here on MRN for the ARCA Menards West Series. We'll look forward to that one. That promises to be a thriller.
Oh, I did. Oh, man. Hold on a second. I forgot that. I didn't do that. 1 second.
We'll have coverage of that race at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
Not bad. Let me do it real quick.
1 of 3 broadcasts from Phoenix. We'll also have NASCAR Cup Series practice at 6 Eastern on Friday night. The NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series
Bronny lets me know.
7:30 Eastern on Friday night. And then Saturday, we'll have qualifying for Cup cars at 3:30 Eastern. The Xfinity Series Championship deciding race at 5:30 Eastern. And then the Cup Series will decide their championship 1 week from tomorrow. Motor Racing Network NASCAR Live Race Day on the air from Phoenix at 2 p.m. Eastern Time next Sunday.
Before we unleash this field for stage number 2, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Motor Racing Network.
All right. Cole Custer. They gave Amarola, I think, the win for the stage points, not Custer, but we'll see. That's what I thought it said there when they scored it.
Xfinity Series Racing, the National Debt Relief 250. I'm Alex Hayden along with Mike Bagley topside here above the start-finish line. Dave Moody out in turn number 3. Steve Post and Chris Wilner up and down the pit lane.
Right now the field is lined up behind the safety car. We expect the 1-to-go signal to be given when they come back to the line. It'll be Eric Almirola and Justin Allgaier starting on the front row in positions 1 and 2. We think, depending on how they choose when they come across the line, they'll be able to choose which lanes they will restart in, whether they be inside or outside. The field is accepting that 1-to-go signal right now, and indeed, Eric Almirola and Allgaier will restart on the inside of the racetrack. Chandler Smith from 3rd will opt to restart on the outside of the front row. Jesse Love will do the same, so the top 5 getting a little redistributed there as far as
Did you see Kyle Busch Sun Racing, Kyle's YouTube? I saw that.
The field a bit redistributed, to use your word, Mike. We've got 4 different pit strategies ongoing. The bulk of the field was on pit lane on lap 39, some on lap 50, some on lap 57, and the latest here on lap 66.
Field is coming to the Geico Restart Zone, presented by Geico. Is your insurance playbook lacking? Switch to Geico and get all of your insurance coverage from one place. Go to geico.com today to get started.
Championship contender Cole Custer will restart after the pit stop, back in the 28th position as the field exits turn number 4. They got to get to the Geico Restart Zone. Inside lane as Almirola waits till late in the zone. He's finally on the gas, and we're racing again here in Martinsville.
The late Jackrabbit start will serve Eric Almirola well. He will surge to the lead at the exit of turn number 2. They race their way down the back straightaway. Looking to tuck in line is Chandler Smith. No room to do so. He's going to have to go back after Almirola.
He's a ripper.
Smith center on into turn number 3, but it won't pay off. Almirola away with the lead.
What's up, Donald?
Smith changed lanes.
Leaving Donald
at the bottom. They're side by side for 3rd.
Chandler Smith slides across the nose of the Justin Allgaier machine. Moves Smith to 2nd. Allgaier 3rd, but maybe only for the moment. He's challenged up high by Jesse Love.
With that move for Chandler Smith as they run this lap, Chandler Smith in on points right
Eric
now.
Almirola.
Championship
Mark,
court.
welcome
He
back.
Care about points. He wants
you missed
to
a
lead
wreck
this race.
fest.
Now, not at all content with that. He wants a piece of Eric Almirola, and he wants it now. He looks low at the exit of turn number 2, has to fall back in line, change for the number 3 position. Allgaier around Jesse Love. Love gets a kick in the pants now from Riley Herbst.
Herbst will send him up the racetrack. Love is able to hang on to the spot. That's 4th. You got Herbst and 5th. They're side by side for 6th.
In the 6th and 7th position, Sheldon Creed has got the bottom of the racetrack. That's the advantageous low line. He tries and succeeds in holding off the advances of
144 legs, my guy, Big C. Donnie, what's up?
Dave, and how many times have we
Almost
come
there,
and
Billy.
seen the majority of the field mad before we even get to halfway?
What happened to Custer? He pit.
Far more than half. There's no question about it. Over the years, we've heard so many drivers in pre-race say, you got to keep your temper. You can't get mad. You can't lose control of your emotions. And on lap 7, they're hacked off at somebody. God bless Martinsville Speedway.
Looking towards the back of the pack right now, Sam Mayer is wedging his way through traffic, and Cole Custer is buried back in the 27th position. He's following Shane Van Gisbergen through, and the racing is physical back there as well.
SVG.
Smart enough to know,
So Allgaier and Chandler Smith are in. Custer is out right now.
He's got to keep the nose on that race car, work the traffic, and get what he can get.
As they race here under the green flag, 44 laps to go here in stage number 2. The battle for the top spot continues in front of Dave Moody.
Chandler Smith continues to work on Eric Almirola. Behind him, Jesse Love just returned to front bumper favor to Riley Herbst for 4th place.
They race their way down the front stretch. Love and Herbst side by side. Sammy Smith in the mix as well.
Look at him bumping.
Herbst hung out to dry in that outside lane. Jesse Love will sprint underneath him to take over the number 4 spot. Now the battle is for 5th. Herbst still on that outside lane being challenged by Sammy Smith.
Hard racing at the front of the field, hard racing at the back half of the top 5. Heck, they're racing hard for back in the 30th position. Meanwhile, off turn 2, the leaders go.
Leaders come off turn 2 to the back straightaway. Chandler Smith continues to keep the pressure on Eric Almirola, but Eric Almirola has not bobbled it to open the door.
Chandler Smith has the wick turned up wide open in this ongoing battle for 2nd. Then you drop back to Justin Allgaier in 3rd, but the stacking up of traffic is really from 4th on back.
7th place right now is the first side-by-side battle. Pretty good run going on right now for Jeb Burton. He fills the hole to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to make his way to the inside on Ryan Sieg.
Sieg is there trying to maintain that track position. Remember, Sieg, he started at the back of the field here this afternoon after unapproved adjustments on that car, as we got a battle for the top spot.
Side by side now, coming off turn number 2. Finally, Chandler Smith
his lead
found
here.
some daylight, wedged his way to the bottom. He takes the lead.
And that exchange for position has allowed Justin Allgaier to close in from 3rd. Let's renew the battle for 4th. Sammy Smith has wedged his way underneath of Jesse Love. 4th place up for grabs, 3 drivers fighting for it.
Jesse Love strung out in that outside lane, trying to fight off the challenge. Here comes Riley Herbst. He pushes the nose to the bottom. He's got some daylight on the way to turn 3.
He does indeed. Herbst.
All right, emojis should be refreshed if you want to refresh.
Here off
Members.
Number 4. Jesse Love hangs on by half a car length, but Riley Herbst won't give it up as we go back to the top spot.
The lead is not decided yet. Chandler Smith made his way around the Eric Almirola machine, but Eric Almirola
Two Brothers
right
comedy.
Yeah, he won't let that go.
Lots of love going on. That's right, Debbie.
Almirola pressuring Smith for the lead. You got a great battle for 5th. You got
Hit that
Riley
like
Herbst
button
to
for
wedge
us.
his way underneath Jesse Love in 1.
That's been an ongoing battle, back and forth. They have not spared the rod, either one of them, in getting aggressive. To the inside, Riley Herbst. To the outside, Jesse Love, the battle for 5th.
It's a phenomenal battle. It's been a great race here this afternoon.
Jesse
The
Love.
National Debt Relief 250.
Look at
for
him
the NASCAR
banging and
Xfinity
hitting. That's
Series,
awesome.
Mike Bagley.
It's just short
Chandler
track
Smith,
racing.
for the moment, will be able to get a little breathing space at the top of the leaderboard.
If you can call 1 car length of real estate breathing space or breathing room, as it were.
Hey, he finally got him.
Oh, look out further back. Jesse Love gets the boot from Riley Herbst. Herbst will send him up the racetrack. Here comes Sheldon Creed. Creed will punch his way to the inside of Herbst, battling for 5th.
It was only a matter of time. Riley Herbst
he's gonna be
and
mad about
Jesse
that.
Love have alternated fender shots at either end of the racetrack. Finally, Riley Herbst ran Jesse Love out of
said
real
boot
estate
him.
in turn 3.
There is full contact racing. It's
And Creed's
bumper
like, "Let me
cars
do
like
that
at
to
the
you."
County Fair. Jeb Burton now looks to the inside of Sheldon Creed. He's going to
Oh,
move his
come
way
on.
underneath.
Burton having
There
a
he
good
goes.
run this afternoon.
I was like,
here
what
at
happened to the-
Martinsville Speedway. That's the
I bet he's
side-by-side
mad.
battle for 6th and 7th position. Burton to the inside on Sheldon Creed.
It's fun to watch the fans here at Martinsville because when you look down on the main straightaway, you got fans pointing to the left, you got fans pointing to the right across the racetrack.
Everyone back off or
Everybody
Riley
get
will
their
wreck
money's
you for
worth,
this.
including the fans that are watching this ongoing battle between Creed and Burton on the back straightaway.
If they only jumped to their feet when they thought the wreck was about to happen, they wouldn't have sat down for about the last 15 laps. Jeb Burton gets into the side of Sheldon Creed, and they're at it again.
Yeah, they are. Here's contact at the start-finish line. Sheldon Creed will
Keeping that like
muscle
trying to
his
get to
way
400.
the bottom. Jeb Burton takes exception to the rule as he gets into his back bumper off turn number 2. As everybody, for the moment, Mike, just getting after it for the lead for or 5th for 30th out here at Martinsville.
And everybody takes a breath right now. What a chaotic stretch of this race. 31 laps to go in the second stage and a very entertaining National Debt Relief 250.
All right, let's crank it up. Let's finally get to crank it up. Hold on. I gotta crank it up with Chandler Smith. Hold on a second. Actually, let's go. Let's do it to Jeff Burton. Him and Weekall were battling. Let's crank it up with him and Sheldon Creed. Hopefully it'll come back really quick while they're still battling. We're gonna crank it up here for just a second. Hope you guys are having a good time today. My name is CeeLo. On the Go at CeeLo is our channel. We've been NASCAR all season long. We're down to our last race of the season for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and it's time to crank it up. That's cool. Wow. Okay, go back to the camera. We got a tire going on. What is that? That wire unraveling right there. Well, we're not interested in just watching that, and the aerial cam's gone already.
Sunoco fuel at the pump meets the same top-tier standards as the fuel used in NASCAR.
That's hot. Oh, now he does here.
Has pulled away and now is catching the tail end of the field. So it's Eric Almirola, the two Smiths.
This is our last Xfinity race of the year. We won't be able to do next week. So this is our last one of the year.
250 on the board from Martinsville Speedway. This is the Motor Racing
Another commercial.
NASCAR.
They're as bad as NBC and Fox.
For long? Yeah, Custer's really using these new tires. This is going to be for the 12th position. So to circle back on the conversation,
you were trying
to get me in earlier, Rick. The 20 of Almirola is racing for an owner's championship because they run multiple drivers. In this series, we see this multiple times where the driver and the owner can be two different champions. Almirola and this 20 cars had a great year. They're in the owner championship. They are battling the 00, the 7. It's a tight owner's points championship. That's another reason. Plus, he just wants to win. Right. But that was what you were alluding to.
I was baiting you.
That you were trying to bait me into that conversation. I told myself we weren't going to get into it, but here the 20 is leading, so we better have a conversation.
Well, you've been wanting to talk about it all season, so I'm just glad that we were able to give you that opportunity.
Exactly.
Kim, what about the 8? It looks like Sammy Smith very strong now as he tries to take the spot away from Chandler.
Yeah, trying to make the dive as he goes side by side with Chandler Smith, making that move to get that pass, goes in the second position. Sammy came into this race very confident. Remember last year he led a race high 147 laps. That's the most
big wreck
he's ever in an Xfinity race
53
done. Now, that was a
around.
different team, but that confidence carries over into this year, this weekend. Crew Chief Philip Bell Michael told me
Sammy went for a spin over in turn number 1, a long, lazy, looping spin, but Eric Almirola was about to put him a lap down, went to the outside lane.
NASCAR now
Almirola
owns
had
MRN.
to stand on the brakes to prevent from T-boning that race car. Close call for Eric Almirola, trying to win this race and trying to send that car into the Owners' Championship for next week at Phoenix.
Very close call right there. Eric Almirola, hard on the binders, was able to avoid that spinning race car. He'll keep the lead as Sammy Smith has gotten by Chandler Smith for second. Remember, Sammy Smith is in a must-win. He came into this race 95 points below the cut line. He's
almost to 400 likes. Hit that subscribe as well, y'all.
This not be something if he's able to walk away with a win today and make it into the championship 4.
So many potential great stories out there, but when there's one great story, there's
Wes, I'll be on a cruise ship. I won't be able to do it. I wish I could. I would if I was not home. If I was home.
Number 2, and I think it's decision time for a lot of these cruise chiefs down there on the pit lane, Mike. Do you bring your driver off the racetrack right now? Do you stay out there? Given the fact that we've had so many cautions today, a total of 6 of them, we still have 30 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of decisions that need to be made. You've got a lot of drivers that are on pit strategies.
I just saw cars spinning. I looked up, I saw cars spinning.
Pit road is open. Here come Almirola, Sammy Smith, Chandler Smith. Basically, everybody at the front of the field will come in and get service. These pit stops will happen at lap 105, and everybody on the lead lap is coming down the pit lane. We begin with Chris Wilner.
Sammy Smith, who last pitted on lap number 39, said the front tires felt like they were on ice. It would not turn. They're going to free him up, especially on landing. He's down and away with 4
good right now, NASCAR fans says.
Cole Custer, last minute call to come in. Free me up, he screamed to Jonathan Toney. 4 Goodyear Eagles in Sunoco Fuel. Steve Post.
Justin Allgaier is in. He likes the
we'll be on a cruise ship next week, y'all.
Not really happy with the short run. They're making a minor
I wish we could.
Jesse Love, car is very, very tight, and especially getting in the corner, going to be 4 tires. Sunoco Racing Fuel. Chandler Smith right here in the first pit box. He's very loose. The race off pit road. Eric Almirola, Sammy Smith, Justin Allgaier, Sheldon Creed, and Riley Herbst, your front 5 off pit road.
As they make their way back onto the racetrack, Ryan Sieg stayed on the speedway, and he's going to inherit the race lead.
All right.
If I would have kept making only the minimum payments on my credit card,
the Sin race said, I just feel like I'm way too slow on corner exit. Meanwhile, Chandler Smith, the very first stall here on pit road, he said it just over rotates on corner exit, and I'll never get the rears underneath me. We'll see if they can gain a couple spots here on the 81, but they are going to actually lose a number of spots. Waiting on
yourself.
that left
Well
rear
deserved. Thank you, Wesley.
Holds on to the lead here on the progressive race off of pit road.
Almirola's Smith, Allgaier, +1 for Allgaier and +2 for Creed.
Check it out.
As we go to another start here, 1,560 of us here. Thanks so much for hanging with us. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We're trying to get to 400 likes, and we're trying to get to 28,000 subscribers this weekend. Hopefully we can get there. I think we can. We're already at 27, almost 2,600. That left us 400. I'm sure we'll get some more here, but those emojis are available, guys, if you want to become a member. The emojis change every stream we do. Like next week, there'll be tons of emojis for tomorrow's race as well. We're going to be bringing you the Cup race tomorrow, the Xfinity 500, flag-to-flag coverage right here, just like this. I hope everybody's ready to have some fun tomorrow as well with us. And we'll see about Sunday for next week. We'll see. No promises, but we'll try. I'm taking the laptop with me, so we'll see how it goes. Come on, guys. Over 1,500 people, only 386 likes. I know we can do that. That's right, Big J. All right, let's see here. I'm going to give some memberships here. See if I can do it. Membership gifting. I'm going to give 5 new memberships right here, y'all. Here we go. 5 more gifted memberships. Ooh. 5 gifted memberships. Boom. Who else is going to get them? NASCAR fan, Crackerjack, NDB, G-Wiz, Teresa. Who else? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. NASCAR fan 33. with it. Calling this week Cup Race Xfinity 500 because NASCAR is not confusing enough for the Kiwi newbies. That's right. Nothing yet. All right, we'll see the videos from our trip this time. Yes, we'll have vlogs this week that time as well. So we'll have your vlogs for you coming up this weekend too. And that one's Aerial Cam has got gas, just rubbing and racing, bumping and dumping. That's right, Yule. That's how it is. 400 likes. Thank you so much, guys, for getting us there. Let's go to 500 now. 500 likes.
From one place. Go to geico.com today to get started.
The field
going to Mexico, West.
Halfway down the back straightaway, Jason Brownlow, the pace car driver, will take that black, red, and blue Ford to the pit lane. Here we go. Last bit of sunshine is on the back stretch and into turn 3. The giant grandstands full of race fans, creating shade here on the front side.
10 to go in stage 2. Here we go. Green flag is.
Here we go. Green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity.
Is quickly away. Side by side behind him, they race to 1.
Wyatt Snyder going to the inside on the Brennan Poole automobile.
Ooh, the 45 got pushed out.
Off turn 2 into the back straightaway. A little further back, looking 3 wide. Thinking better.
Cracker Jack, thank you for the membership. You're welcome, Cracker Jack. You're much obliged. Thank you so much.
With the fresh Goodyear
Everybody tell
Racing
Cracker Jack
Eagle
thank
tires,
you.
Almirola is indeed the third. Now he sets his sights on Brennan Poole.
Eric Almirola is going to be hard to guard here. Fresher tires and a very good race car since the drop of the green flag. Again, he'll pull low to the inside. Driver's left, down to the low line, going into 3. Moves Brennan Poole
Shauna.
off the track, and he'll look for second.
Brennan Poole making Eric Almirola's life very difficult. Almirola's up alongside. To the inside he'll go. Wheel to wheel for second.
I don't think Brennan Poole's got
No,
quite enough
NASCAR
to try
fan.
and hold off Eric Almirola, but high marks for effort. He continues to draft with him. He'll finally pull in on his back bumper in turn 3.
He's even going to give him a little tap in
You're
the
welcome,
back bumper
Josh.
and let Eric Almirola get away here on the front straightaway. Behind them, Sheldon Creed is on the move to the bottom of the racetrack.
Yep, you're right,
Sheldon
Pop.
Creed also on those fresher tires. He's looking to the inside now on Brennan Poole. They'll run side by side down the back stretch into turn 3.
Here comes Creed to the inside of Poole for 3rd. Sammy Smith to the inside of Mike Snyder for 5th. That
Names
leaves the
and
lane
Tim,
open for
thanks for
Justin
subbing.
Allgaier, beginning to shuffle things up a bit with 6 laps to go in the stage.
Wyatt Snyder on those older tires beginning to backpedal right now. They're going to shove him 3 wide at the exit of turn
Oh, there
number
goes the
2.
91.
Everybody gets through. Wyatt Snyder just unwittingly playing the role of the roadblock right now.
Same further up for the number 4 spot. You've got Brennan Poole getting moved up the racetrack, courtesy of the front bumper of Sammy Smith.
Sammy Smith will go to the bottom of the racetrack, move underneath the Brennan Poole machine. The door is now wide open. Here comes Justin Allgaier. He'll fill the hole to the bottom of the racetrack. On his back bumper, Chandler Smith, Cole Custer, and a raft of others.
Wheel to wheel for 5th. Allgaier now. Fender out in front under Brennan Poole. He'll grab 5th. Poole falls to 6th with a line of cars behind him.
Brennan Poole's a pretty good fighter right now, but he just doesn't have
What a turnaround of that 28 car.
to that outside lane against faster cars with fresher tires. He's hanging in there, but he's going backward.
3 laps to go now in the stage. The battle for the race lead is on. Eric Almirola to the inside of Ryan Sieg.
Sieg trying to hold him off, but he's got moved to the outside lane. Side by side, off turn 2 to the back straightaway. Almirola on the inside, Sieg on the outside.
Sieg trying to pinch him down at the bottom of the racetrack. He'll slide a little wide, give Almirola room to work. 2 laps to go in the stage, wheel to wheel, mirroring each other for the lead at Martinsville.
Ryan Sieg had him by maybe a foot at the line last time, but Almirola is fast down low. Sieg tries to take some of his racetrack away at the exit of 2.
Thanks for subbing.
Him again at the entrance of turn 3.
Sheldon Creed now is on the scene. 3 cars for the top spot as we begin the final lap of stage number 2. Sieg will cross over and get to the tire tracks of Almirola.
Almirola to the lead. Sieg
Debbie?
looking to try and fight back on on the inside, but I don't think he's got it in him. Almirola will pull away by a car lane.
Here they come off the corner. The green and white checkered flag is about to wave at the start-finish line. Stage 2 is in the books, and the Stage 2 win belongs to Eric Almirola.
Eric
He won
Almirola.
Stage 1, and now
My
he
dark
claims
horse.
the second stage. Ryan Sieg is second. Sheldon Creed is third. You got Sammy Smith fourth and Justin Allgaier fifth. Chandler Smith is sixth. Seventh is Cole Custer with Riley Herbst in eighth. William Sawalich ninth.
R.D.
And
Flynn.
Brendan Poole in 10th.
And that look at the top 10 and who scored points in this stage was presented by the Powerball. Powerball, the official lottery game of NASCAR, wants to make you a millionaire in victory lane. Head to Powerball.com to find out how you can enter the NASCAR Powerball Playoff.
All right.
Sieg holding on for second. Very impressive on the older tires. Sheldon Creed is
And he
third.
won here in the
Smith,
spring, too, as
Allgaier
well, Pope.
Rounding out the top 5. Chandler Smith.
So Almirola won here in the spring. That's why I picked him as my dark horse. Custer is my winner. I thought for sure Custer would show up here. But it seems like ever since he had that contact with that bump, he really hasn't been the same. But everybody's bumping everybody around here. Watched the truck race last night, I think they all did, and saw, hey, okay, you can get away with that. All right, I'm going to use that to my advantage. And I mean, that's what Martinsville's about anyways. But thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for all the new members, and thanks, Rick, for gifted memberships. Thanks to the ones that I gifted memberships. Hope you guys enjoy that for today and tomorrow. We have memberships. 99 cents gets you a emoji membership. It's a rookie membership. It's the lowest level. 99 cents, the cheapest thing on YouTube, guys. You can't get any better than that. And then $1.99 is pro and pro membership, and it comes with the emojis and early access to vlogs. And there are going to be a lot of vlogs coming here pretty soon, guys. So you'll have that too. And then MVP, you have the emojis, you have early access to vlogs, and you'll get a special live stream. There's the hot dog stand. The Martinsville hot dogs. Tom said he's had 8 of them this weekend already. There's the hot dogs. Show us some hot dogs. We want the hot dogs. But there's the stand. $2 for a hot dog? Heck yeah. $2. What a steal. Look at those prices. Heck yeah. So there it is. But we're here in Stage 3 now. And what do we do in Stage 3? We decide to change our pick. Are you changing your pick? Are you changing your pick? Are you staying with who you got? Here's your last chance before the green flag in Stage 3. Here it is. Let me see. That's like Costco hot dog prices. That's right. Who you got? I'm sticking with my picks. I'm not changing. I'm sticking to it. Donna says, nope, change 00. Corey's SVG. $2 for a hot dog? Give me 10. That's right, Big J. Acoustic says the 19. Staying with the 81. Let's see. 18 for the Creed. Jake, 00 for 94. Sticking with the 00. Says Steven. 7 with James. The 2 and the 81 for Cap. Do they overbuy hot dogs? No, that's just their special price there. I'm staying with the 81, 28 for Dark Horse. Chandler Smith, 20 all the way for T-Van. Checking my pick to the 18, Dark Horse 8. Thank you for doing this. You're welcome, Deanna. 7 for AR, 000 for Chase. Herps, Jesse Love, and SVG. If everyone wrecks. Back in the day, didn't even take their worst car. Track C, Uul says. Staying with the 00 for Eric. Staying with our picks. We doing pretty good. That's right, Pop. Billy Bowles, of course, the 7 for the win. 8 for the Dark Horse. Staying with the 00 Dark Horse for A. Lee. Kevin says the 20 or the 00. Tell Ed Schmidt, change his pick. Ed, change your pick. Gary says Sammy Smith, Butterflies going with the 81. Jake and Zeke, unless the 28. Sieg pulls something out of his butt. I can't say that word on here. And gets the win for once. Susan says the 7 of the 20. Chris says the 7 of the 18. And look at the hot dog guy in this costume for Halloween. The whole lineup is Chevys, but Toyota Fords are on the top. What? All right. So we're Allgaier for the win at Deanna. And we're back to it here.
that's been to pit road. Ryan Sieg on much older tires. I'm surprised he didn't come in right there.
And he held on quite well in those closing laps of the stage, fighting with Eric Almirola on the fresher Goodyear Racing Eagle tires. So Ryan Sieg and that team have a pretty good strategy that they're employing right now. We're just past the halfway point in the National Debt Relief.
You got Eric too as well, Greg.
Here at Martinsville, 124 to go. While we have a second, we want to pass along our well wishes and wish we could all be there to support our brother, Jeff Striegel, who is one of the regular anchors here at the Motor Racing Network. He is being inducted tonight into the Michigan Motorsports Hall of Fame.
That's just short track racing.
Well-deserved honor, and it's not just for being a great guy.
No, it is because of what he's done in motorsports in the state of Michigan as a race car driver, as a race car owner, as a track promoter and general manager, a broadcaster. Jeff has done a lot in his motorsports career, and it's good to see that he's going to be recognized tonight and receive the accolades of everyone in attendance as he will be enshrined into the Michigan Motorsports Hall of Fame.
That's a big honor. It really is. And as humble of a guy as he is, when he notified us that he had gotten this honor, he said, no, I'm still going to go to Martinsville and do my job. But everybody had to talk to him. He said, no, you need to be there. This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, so be there, and absolutely the right move. His entire family will be there to help him, and I wish we could all be there to support him as well. But we got business to tend to here before Jeff comes back next week at Phoenix for championship weekend, and what will be his final race with us on the Motor Racing Network.
Pits down there on the 5
decided
pit.
to hang up the headset once the season ends.
And speaking of tending to business, our broadcast booth is positioned at the start-finish line here at the Martinsville Speedway. You can tell when the caution flag comes out because that's when business picks up at the hot dog stand that sits right behind pit wall in the infield. Under green, there may be an errant fan, a team member or two.
They got the back end on the 11 car.
8 or 9 deep, 2 lanes wide. Everybody just trying to get a Martinsville hot dog in the gullet before we go back under the green flag. I had one earlier today. It's been decades since I've had one, and they've not changed at all. The recipe is still the same.
I'll take your word for it. We can tell you, Postman, I know you were down there at the hot dog stand a little earlier before they decided to put the caution flag in the air. The hot dogs here at Martinsville Speedway, they're a must. They're a staple for the overwhelming majority of the folks here.
Looks pretty now, doesn't it, Pop?
First and foremost, $2. $2, you get one all the way. That means chili. That means a little bit of mustard. That means some onion on them, and they are delicious. That's for sure. $2. I've always said Martinsville hot dogs are great, but the best part about Martinsville
99
hot dogs,
cents, Mark.
they're served
Hit
with
the,
a side
I'll clip the link for
order
you.
of great short track racing, and that's what it is here.
Short track
you can't
racing.
get a Martinsville hot dog anywhere else, and you can't see this kind of racing anywhere else. The combination of the two is outstanding, and yes, the one that I just finished was outstanding.
We have just gotten the one to go signal and an update. We talked about Denny Hamlin wrecking in practice earlier. Alex, it looks like they have put that race car back together and they're pushing it through technical inspection right now.
Yeah, they have. New fenders on it, new quarter panels, new decals. You wouldn't know that car was wrinkled up across the entire back end of that Toyota. So a long afternoon for that race team, but they're doing what they have to do.
Field is coming to the Geico restart zone.
All right, here we go. Boogity, boogity. We haven't done this in a while. Let's do this.
Green flag flies. Here we go. Green flag. They're already 3 wide. Here we go. Green flag.
Oh, well.
Eric Almirola kisses Sheldon Creed goodbye at the drop of the green flag. He is long gone with the lead. Creed will slide in line in the second
Came
spot.
back, though.
Ryan Sieg hangs on to third. To the inside, Justin Allgaier.
Love that
Ryan
quote.
Sieg in third hangs on to the position on 66-lap older tires than those racing.
Let me know when the
around
aerial
him.
cam comes
Justin
back.
Allgaier slides through on the bottom. He'll take over the number 4 spot. Sammy Smith now rim riding that high groove.
There you go, Greg.
Not by his choice. Here comes Cole Custer from the back of the pack. He's back in the top 5.
Cole will wedge his way to the bottom of the racetrack.
Oh, Cole Custard.
Smith, that's Sammy, falls to 6th with another Smith in Chandler in 7th.
Yeah, Sammy had to slam the door on Chandler. Chandler Smith looking to poke the nose to the inside. Could not get it done.
Give some Creed some love.
File for the moment.
Bridesmaid.
Custer looking low on Allgaier. Can't find any room.
Oh, Allgaier slammed the door in his face in the midpoint of turns 3 and 4. Tries to run away now, but Cole Custer will not let him get too far gone.
Boy, he is working hard.
Colby, this is Xfinity Series.
William Sawalich gets turned around. He'll go sliding up the racetrack, backs it into the safer barrier in turn number 1.
There's another
That'll put us
caution.
under the caution flag now for the 8th time here today.
8 cautions.
Trouble for William Sawalich. He's able to drive away, but the back end of that Toyota Supra is all crunched up. He ran the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race last night for Tricon Garage. He's running it today in the Xfinity Series for Joe Gibbs Racing. Chris, there's a lot of damage on the back end of that race car.
Oh, there certainly is, and I don't even know where to begin. I know a lot of it significantly on
Go
the
ahead
rear
and
end of the
subscribe.
race.
Try to get to 27,600.
The crew begins to diagnose.
Thank you,
what
AR.
exactly is the game plan to fix it. But you mentioned it, of course, making the start today for JGR, and he will go full-time with this team beginning in 2025. So getting valuable experience. But I even had talked to William. He said the short tracks.
Yeah,
in
the Cup
Xfinity
race is
car
the Xfinity
and the
race,
truck
but
has
not
been
really.
a real weakness he wanted to work on. But of course, now this has all gone awry as he was running well inside the top 15. They thought they may be able to make it to the end, but of course now he's on pit road. They've already got Goodyear tires ready to go. The crew's going to assess the damage, but it'll be a lengthy pit stop as William brings that Toyota down the pit lane to the attention of his crew, and of course they will go to work on that rear end.
That driver spotlight is presented by Toyota. For the latest Toyota racing information, visit toyotaracing.com.
Fast pasta set him in the wall.
Of the most cautions we've had in an Xfinity Series race here at Martinsville, we're up to 8 right now. The most that we've had.
Long time no see. Welcome back.
Back in July of 2006. Let's hope that we don't go to that extreme tonight.
It's been a minute.
I'm with you. We don't need that, and I don't think these drivers need that either. They're already mad enough. Quite a few of them are. The pit lane is open. Playoff contender Jesse Love has made his way to pit road. Jesse, at 30 miles per hour, has a long way to go, all the way down to his pit box where Steve Post is patiently awaiting.
Yeah, and Jesse Love is one of those drivers that's in a must-win situation here. He's 35 points. He entered the race 35 points below the cut line. The car's just not been all that good, and what they're fighting is it's loose down into the corner. That means the rear end wants to step out. He gets about the 1/3 mark. And
I love this website. This is where America's about. NASCAR.com, y'all. And Jesse Love behind at the pits.
So Danny Stockman, the crew chief, said we are not winning with this race car the way it is, and they're in a must-win situation. So they're in now, and actually they're taking some extra time on the right side of the car, just taking a look at it to see. Not sure exactly what is going on the right side of the car. It's not routine pit work here, but they're up.
I don't know if I used to work with someone who has related to General Custer.
Jesse Love's car is not a winning car, and he needs to win this race today. That is why they did the pit stop here. 1:13 to go. This is right at the fuel window.
So Fast Pasta punted to 19.
This is more of a call to fix an ill-handling race car than any fuel strategy.
Well, let's update the playoff leaderboard for you, because at the end of this race tonight, the bottom 4 will be eliminated. The top 4 will advance to the championship race at Phoenix next weekend. Austin Hill and AJ Allmendinger are already on to Phoenix. They've got 2 of those spots, so 2 up for grabs. Right now, Justin Allgaier is in by 40. Cole Custer is in by 31. Chandler Smith out by 31.
I hit the wrong one here.
Sam Mayer out by 65. And with that pit stop that Jesse Love just made, he's out by 69. Sammy Smith out by 99. So as we get deeper into this
hoping
race,
Reddick wins a lot so we can see Mike really party.
Jesse Love and Sam Mayer.
Sammy Smith for president.
Situations if they want to race for a title next week in Phoenix.
Mathematically, Chandler Smith can still get in on points, but he's going to need some misfortune to strike either Justin Allgaier or Cole Custer. Both of those drivers and their cars have been fairly rock solid today. We still, however, have 112 laps of racing still to go here at Martinsville.
It's just short track racing.
We do, and we expect a lot more of, how can we say, physical racing, as it were, here at Martinsville. We've seen our share of it so far today. Everybody right now has gotten a chance to collect themselves and catch a breath or so to perhaps maybe readjust themselves in the seat. And we'll see this intensity pick back up in just a moment as the field is getting ready for a restart. 1 to go signal being given at the start-finish line right now. Eric Almirola will restart down low. Sheldon Creed goes topside. Ryan Sieg in third, down to the bottom. Justin Allgaier topside, basically on and off, alternating starting positions inside.
Here we go.
Almirola selecting the inside line.
It's been a wildly entertaining race here to this point with so much contact from the drop of the green flag on. Ty Domi or Bob Probert would be happy about the way this race is going on. That's a hockey reference for those that don't know. As we get set to go back under the green flag with 111 laps to go, there'll be 110 to go next
keep
time
hitting that like, keep hitting that subscribe. We're trying to get to 500 likes.
Here on out.
Let's just hope
Help
they
us
don't
get
drop
there.
the gloves and the sticks and go at it. We've seen that in Martinsville
Fast
before.
pasta.
Let's hope cooler heads
Giving him the little,
Pace car is on the pit lane. Field is coming to the Geico restart zone. 110 laps to go in this one this afternoon. They come through that restart zone. Green flag back up. Eric Almirola does not get away. Matter of fact, Sheldon Creed's going to run him hard from the outside in 2.
Side by side, inches apart off the banking in turn 2 to the back straightaway. Almirola on the inside. Sheldon Creed on the outside. Ryan Sieg and Justin Allgaier.
Still side by side for the top spot. As a matter of fact, side by side for the better part of the field. They come back across the line. Eric Almirola looked like he backed up a bit to give the lead to Creed.
And that gives Sheldon Creed a good run off the top of turn 2. Sheldon Creed to the lead. He'll drop down.
Sheldon Creed, could this be his day?
Still side by side for third.
Ryan Sieg has moved Justin Allgaier to the outside lane. Allgaier's got to find a place in line, but here comes Custer looking to the inside of Sieg as Allgaier makes the pass around the outside.
Cole Custer makes the pass to the inside. Sieg gets squeezed back from third place all the way to 5th. His problems aren't over
Allgaier.
yet. He's got company to the left elbow from Chandler Smith.
Jeb Burton is right there.
Creed will
as
finish
well
second
to the
again.
inside of the racetrack.
Keep hitting that like button.
Trying
Keep
to
hitting
get
that
up there
subscribe,
just
y'all.
to prevent Ryan Sieg from being able to get back to the bottom of the racetrack.
Side-by-side battle is for 5th. Ryan Sieg just hanging on for dear life with those older tires, trying to fend off the advances of Chandler Smith, and now Jeb Burton.
He's gotten wedged to the outside. Smith will make the move down low. That's Chandler. Jeb Burton trying to get there. Oh, Sieg does the crossover, sliding across the bow of Jeb Burton.
Man, he had about a sheet of paper and then some to find his way into the low group, but a good maneuver got him back into that low line. Here's the challenge now for third place. Cole Custer to the inside on Allgaier.
That's a Ford to the inside of a Chevrolet for the number 3 spot on the racetrack. Right now, Allgaier hangs on to it. 2 veterans giving each other plenty of racing room.
Side by side off turn number 2. Custer by a nose, by a door, by a car length. Allgaier will slide back in line, move Cole Custer to 3rd.
Drop Allgaier back to 4th. Chandler Smith rounds out the top 5. You've got Ryan Sieg, who's fallen in line in 6th. And now Jeb Burton's hands are full with Riley Herbst and Sam Mayer.
Allgaier, Chandler Smith.
For most of the night. That's where the log jam is right now. Riley Herbst powers to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll move under Jeb Burton. Now he's going to take Sam Mayer along.
That's a good hard race there. Further up, the battle for the race lead is on. Here goes Eric Almirola.
Almirola to the inside on Chandler Smith. They're going to go side by
not
side
show
to
it.
the back straightaway now. Smith by about a half a car length, trying to shut the door on entry to 3.
Here he comes. That is Sheldon Creed racing for the lead. Eric Almirola running
Show
in
the
second.
lead.
Private
We don't want to
battle.
see
They
this on
pull
both
away now
cams.
over a second from 3rd place running Cole Custer.
Door to door, all the way around the half-mile paperclip of Martinsville Speedway. Eric Almirola on the inside. Sheldon Creed on the outside. Nobody able to get the advantage.
These are team cars from the Joe Gibbs Racing
Is that
Stables.
Yeah, this is Martinsville.
Almirola and that number 20 machine trying to get
Almost
to the
to 500
championship
likes. Help us
for
get
the
there.
owner's title. Meanwhile, Sheldon Creed trying to get his first career win.
And Cole Custer riding about 7 car lengths back, salivating the longer they run side by side. Creed now will get the advantage. He takes the lead into 3, but he drifts high and opens the door.
Eric Almirola is going to stick his nose to the inside there. Has to back away for a moment. He'll recoil and try again in 1.
Here they come into turn number 1. The battle continues.
Here we go.
And heavy for the #1 spot. Eric Almirola down low. Sheldon Creed looking right on the outside.
Good race for the top spot.
Now, Almirola's not going to punt him. He doesn't do that.
Well off the pace, trying to get back around perhaps to pit lane. Meanwhile, you can't take your eyes off the battle for the race lead.
100 laps to go.
Continues hot and heavy all the way through 1 and 2. They've been door to door for about the last 6 or 7 laps. It's Creed by half a car length, but he cannot finish off Almirola.
Cole Custer's got the best seat in the house for this one. He's about 5 car lengths behind it as they continue to fight it out for the lead. Creed gets the advantage. He doesn't give the inside line a shut-off. He'll slide up the racetrack and give Almirola the good look down low.
He had a chance to slide down across the nose. He's got another chance here in 3. This time he'll make it happen, but again he drifts high in 4.
And he keeps his foot planted. Drag racing down the front stretch at Martinsville. 2 Toyota Super GRs racing for the top spot.
Eric Almirola hugging the bottom of the racetrack. Sheldon Creed freewheeling it in the outside lane, and the longer they battle, the closer Cole Custer gets.
Almirola takes Creed up the racetrack, and it'll get
what
him
a
the lead.
battle here.
Creed stands in the gas. He's trying to stay there. Contact at the start-finish line, racing for the lead with 96 to go.
They are not exactly writing a primer for how to race your teammate. It's been largely clean, but it has been fierce.
Is not the race, Wyatt. This is NASCAR.com.
Deja vu all over.
This is
again
not the
for
broadcast.
Sheldon Creed at this very race 1 year ago, then driving for Richard Childress Racing. Oh, he goes way up the racetrack, does Sheldon Creed, has to correct the race car, gets it pointed in the right direction, but Cole Custer is there.
Custer down to the inside will challenge Creed.
Almirola, $20. Cole for the win. Let's go. Brian, thanks for the super chat. Brian, thank you so much.
Creed will hang on to second.
Let's
Custer
go,
right there
Brian. Thank everybody. Tell Brian thank you for the $20 super chat.
Sheldon Creed trying to rally the horses here. He fights back on the outside of Cole Custer. He regains that #2 spot. Custer back in line in 3rd.
All the while, 93 laps remain. It's Eric Almirola showing the way.
Thank you,
Sheldon
Brian.
Creed 2nd, Cole Custer 3rd, Chandler Smith is 4th, and Justin Allgaier is 5th.
Blue Green Vacations, the official vacation owner.
Let's go to the CW.
Gains it back, but an issue there for Creed. Lost a lot of that track position he had on Almirola.
Thank you again, Brian.
Cole Custer now dives in behind the 18 of Creed.
That was some good racing by the 18 and the 20.
Let's look again what happened
5
here.
and the 48. Fast pasta.
They're working the outside of the racetrack.
Let me run the
and just
scroll here.
Cooked it in there a little bit too hot. Pretty impressive. He was able to jump back on the outside of the 00 with that much debris on his tires. And still held the spot.
JRM, CeeLo, what'd I say?
I was 18, I got a win.
No, I was talking about the 18 and the 20, Ken.
Second 13 times is going to say, oh, you need to win? Oh, okay.
I love it. Yeah, me too. It's funny how everybody wants a favor.
And Cole Custer's going to push the point. Gets to the back bumper of the 18.
I get the pick right no matter if I said anyone but the Dinger. That's right, you did.
Cole Custer trying to get by the 18 and getting a little frustrated. That's Jeff Burton's rotor there. The Celsius on board. Things are getting hot here at Martinsville.
All right, let's do it. Crank it up. Let's do it. Crank it up time. Right along with Chandler Smith and Pete Ford. The 00. I'm faster. Here's the bumper. 7 likes, 7 subscribers away. 6 now. Looks like we got a slow car. 74, but he's in the pits. Yep. It's hot.
That cannot be to the liking of Justin Allgaier. For most of the afternoon, he's done exactly
I'll be right
what
back,
he needs
guys.
to do. Thinking big picture, finding himself a spot on the racetrack where he could stay out of trouble and keeping his car clean. But Riley Herbst has got a different idea.
Riley Herbst has not been bashful about using the fender today, but he's done it respectfully, Alex. He's not gone in there like a bull in a china shop. He has been very methodical about applying the bumper, moving people, but just not turning that front bumper into a battering ram.
There's a fine line of being selfish and trying to take every spot you can and understanding the sportsmanship side of things with what's on the line for Justin Allgaier. You don't want to be that guy that ruins somebody's playoff opportunity just because you're trying to take over the number 5 spot in the final 80 laps of a race.
However, I could understand if a little road rage was developing for Riley Herbst because he's been trying to get by Justin Allgaier lap after lap after lap. And Dave, I could see where that would cause the temperature to rise of one Riley Herbst.
No doubt about it, but the Gator's really not doing anything wrong at all. He's actually come up off the bottom of the racetrack. He's giving Riley Herbst the bottom. Riley just can't generate enough speed down there to make the pass.
As we stay with 79 laps to go in this thing, Chris Wilner, Bubba Pollard brought his car to the pit lane, and right now looks like they're beginning to push that car behind the wall.
Yeah, unfortunately for short track fans, Bubba Pollard out of this race. It
too much of this.
The motor started missing. As you guys documented, he came down pit road really slow. They thought the voltage was fine, so the battery, that was ruled out, and then later it was the ignition box that had failed. So
he's in the Owners' Championship.
Pit
stop for CeeLo, that's right.
More problems. So
See, man, he's in the Owners' Championship.
I was starting to get the hang of it, although he was mired back in the field, now done this afternoon.
He's tried this NASCAR Xfinity Series racing a couple times, and one day he's going to get that opportunity to race for the lead and the win, and I'm looking forward to that day. That's a very talented, well-decorated short track racer, and one of these days he's going to be up front, and he's going to be the one that's going to be racing either for a grandfather clock or a trip into Mobile One victory lane across the NASCAR
battle
schedule.
for the lead here.
So in turn number 3, punted is Preston Pardus. He goes around as some of the slower cars back in the pack battled for real estate. Preston Pardus spins it around, keeps it off the fence.
Not the battle for the lead, but battle for
the
5th place.
The flag is flying at Martinsville Speedway for the problem in turn 3 for Preston Pardus. He's refired the race car. That puts us under the caution now with 76 laps to go.
Meet Calvin.
Hi.
Calvin won $50 off his roommate.
Now, as we're under caution, keep on hitting that like for us, trying to get to 500 likes. Help us get there. There we go. 500 likes. Caution number 9. There's the 50 that spun. Are you wearing a Denny Hamlin shirt? Yes, I'm wearing a Denny Hamlin shirt. Just says Denny Hamlin on it. Denny Hamlin. See, my Longhorns have a bye today. There you go. So the 50 spins.
We're 30 laps into the final stage, and then the caution does come out. So we're going to see Ryan Sieg come to pit road here. Preston Pardus in the 50 can't get turned around.
Yes, he and Kyle Sieg racing for position. Earning 24th. Car goes around quickly on corner entry. That's why. Contact.
So damage to the back of Preston Pardus.
Here you go. Left front locks up on Sieg's car. Car doesn't turn with the left front not turning, and contact.
Not many cars a lap down like I thought there would be.
So
before these pit stops start, we talk a lot about the playoff guys, but running back in 8th place, Anthony Alfredo, instead on Tool Chevrolet. He's having a really good day. Started on the outside pole and still running inside the top 10.
He was one of those drivers.
We mentioned back from commercial, yeah.
Between he and Parker Retzlaff, those
news updates.
Really difficult teams as far as manpower.
All right, pit stops here. Let's see what happens.
To be able to run with the big teams, the Joe Gibbs Racing, the Colleague Racing, RCR.
And behind him, Tim Burton and the Jordan Anderson racing car as well.
I'm 70 years old, but still play bass guitar in a blue band. Awesome, man. All right, Steven, have fun tonight. Good luck.
All right, Steve, strategy-wise.
I think this is it. Everybody comes to...
Back at Martinsville Speedway, pit lane is open. Steve Post.
Justin Allgaier is good and not great. Going to make one more crack
Cole
out of
Custer.
Jim Pullman, the crew chief.
Teresa, what's up?
Tires, Sunoco Racing Fuel. Chandler Smith is in, getting pit service here. He's in the very first pit box. Still just cannot get on the throttle. The race off pit road. Eric Almirola wins it. Looks like Cole Custer and Sheldon Creed go side by side. Creed, I think, got the spot. Like Justin Allgaier goes out fourth, and Riley Herbst goes out fifth. Chris Wilner.
Yeah,
what up,
Cole
Nate?
Custer,
Good to see
said,
you, buddy.
I'm too loose, and then was upset and said, tell the 18 of Sheldon Creed I have to win. I don't know why he's sticking his hand out the window. They made a slight air pressure adjustment for Goodyear Eagle Sunoco Fuel. For Sammy Smith, boy, he's having to do some clawing and digging here late in this race. Said, I'm too tight to drive through the field. They made an adjustment on the chassis as well. It's for Goodyear Eagles, fresh tires, and Sunoco Fuel. Anthony Alfredo also in on my end as well. Should be, the scheduled stop of this race, final scheduled stop of this race. But as you guys know, this is Martinsville. It's Saturday night.
It's a Custer Side Draft Media says, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Today, a Sieg has stayed onto the racetrack
Nine
and take
cautions.
the lead on old tires. We're talking about Kyle Sieg this time through.
But I bet he plays pretty good.
That RSS racing machine on the racetrack. He will inherit the lead with Eric Almirola coming out right behind him off pit road. He'll be the number one car off the pit lane. Sheldon Creed, Cole Custer, Justin Allgaier, and Riley Herbst, the top five off the pit lane that will restart second through sixth. So, bad news. Just getting a word here that Sheldon Creed is having to serve a penalty under this caution.
My God.
For speeding on the pit
Did he
lane,
not
so
do anything
Sheldon
right?
Creed, by rule, will have to go to the
Sheldon
tail
Creed.
end of the longest line. He
Oh
will
my
give up his
gosh.
opportunity to choose what
Always
lane to
a bridesmaid,
and
never a bride.
ton of track position.
So one question before we go back onto the green here in a couple of laps. Chris Wilner, I'll throw this out to you. We've just seen the field on pit road. When we get the green, we'll be under 70 laps to go. Has everybody used all their tires, and is that the last time we'll see tires put on these cars?
Well, Mike, to answer your first question, yes. Everybody that had come down this time has no more sticker sets left. They've now come down 3 times. All 3 sets of stickers Goodyear allowed them for this race have been used. So you do still have a scuff set if you have or want to run it, the first set that was run in qualifying. But again, I don't think now tires are going to be the key. Now it's just how you manage them on the racetrack. The pit crew's done their job. We even saw some high fives from the Cole Custer team, but right now it's all in the driver's hands with these final 77 laps.
So, Steve Post, from your end of the pit lane, are the crews done for today's race?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, we may have somebody come in if the handling is just not going to win the race. But we've seen Danny Stockman do this with Jesse Love all day long. They just can't get the handle on the cars. Ryan Sieg does have a set of tires. Remember, he stayed out, but I'm not sure what good they're going to do if you have to restart back in the 30th spot if you take them. So I think in general, the pit crews are pretty much done down here, button up operations, but we'll just have to see if someone needs to come down for damage repair or if they need to make some adjustments on the car. But new tires, that's not really an option with the exception of Ryan Sieg.
As Sheldon Creed falls to the tail end of the field, we get the 1-to-go signal. Drivers choosing what lane to restart in. Take a quick look at the championship 4 right now. Justin Allgaier and Cole Custer both are in as we sit on points. Their biggest threat is a non-top 4 driver in the playoffs, meaning one of those 4 other drivers below the cut line. If they come up and win the race, then that will knock one of them out.
Teresa, $1.99. Thank you, Teresa, for the $1.99 super chat. Everybody tell Teresa thank you so much.
Right now, he is out by 32.
Here we go, y'all.
The only way he can run for a championship is if he wins this race. He is starting on the inside of the third row. We're coming to the green.
Needs to hire Creed for 2311. Great driver.
The leaders enter the Geico restart zone.
Here we go.
Green flag back in the air from Andy Ashbeck's right hand, and here we go. Riley Herbst did not get a good start on the outside lane. Cole Custer in front of them tries to stay with Almirola.
Cole Custer to the outside of Eric Almirola, not going to be able to run with him down the back straightaway. He'll duck back in line across the nose of Justin Allgaier. Allgaier hits a bump from Chandler Smith. It gets pushed into Cole Custer. We've got another car around in turn number 3. Cuts the smoking 360, and Dawson Cram is long gone.
And Dawson Cram will put us under the caution for the 10th time this afternoon in Martinsville. Dave, we've seen this happen time and time again on these restarts. A lot of disagreements over track position.
That one, I think, was one of those chain reaction deals, Mike, where one guy gets hit from behind, it pushes him into the next guy a little harder, that guy goes into the next guy a little harder, and then poor old Dawson Cram gets turned around. I think you could hear in the background, he just burned up the rev chip getting that car.
Thanks for getting us to 27.6. Keep hitting that subscribe.
He is not at all thrilled right now with the turn of events that's turned his race from decent to bad here in the closing 66 laps. I think he's going to be one of only a handful of drivers, Mike, that are about to get even more mad. You just get that sense that's where we're headed with this race.
The pot on the stove is at a simmer. By the time we get towards the end, it'll be a rolling boil. And then at the very end of this race, it's going to be splattered all over the stove and the counter and the floor. That's how these Martinsville races go. We saw it happen a year ago.
We saw it happen last night in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race when Christian Eckes won.
It'll be fun if we got Tom on here.
Do it. That hacked off a couple of drivers, namely Taylor Gray, who marched his way down the pit lane and went out into victory lane.
One of those is Tom's along the grass
NASCAR
there.
Security team members were there. No punches were thrown, but that wasn't for lack of effort or will. Taylor Gray wanted to throw some.
There's the clock.
Clay Campbell's got a lot of amenities here at this racetrack, but the one thing that he doesn't have is a therapist. Perhaps maybe he should put one under contract, because it seems like these drivers need a little talking off the ledge at some points over the course of a racing weekend.
That's part of a spotter job and mostly a crew chief job, Steve Post, is to have crew chiefs make their driver understand the big picture. Forget about that driver. Forget about that last lap. You got to think big picture right now.
I remember about an hour ago when Riley Herbst and Jesse Love got into it down there in front of Dave Moody, and literally Jesse got it gathered back up. He was 4 or 5 cars behind Riley Herbst. He come barreling into turn number 1.
Well, the only Hamlin fan considering firing him.
Got on the radio and told him, "You are messing this up. Get your head back in the game." Getting into an argument early in the race with Riley Herbst is not championship winning.
NASCAR, NHL involved.
The good news is that's the beauty of a crew chief like Danny Stockman. He is very black and white, and that relationship he has with Jesse Love.
Kevin's like, not the only one.
Flawlessly. Within a half a lap, Jesse was settled back in and focused on just racing forward and not worrying about Riley Herbst. So you're absolutely right, Alex. And I like Mike's idea, therapists up here at this racetrack, because when this is over, when these races are over here at Martinsville, they're ready to tear somebody's head off. And it could be whether you're running for the win, the lead. They're battling out there for 30th and 31st.
And that subscribe, y'all. Trying to get to 500 likes. We're almost there.
It's fun to watch this play out, and I guess Dave Moody, that's why thousands and thousands of people show up to the Martinsville Speedway.
That's exactly right. They don't come here to see the ballet. Nobody's wearing
not that many there.
gloves. Nobody expects to have everybody.
We'll be doing this tomorrow, y'all.
Hands and sing Kumbaya. They come here for the conflict.
Awesome, Eric. Where'd you go?
The third lap of the race when they started jacking each other up, and there's been
welcome,
no cessation of hostility since then. And something tells me we've only just begun.
You know what the amazing thing is that how this sport has evolved in its 75 plus years of existence. We've gone to new markets, we've gone to new racetracks, we've gone to new parts of the country, but there are some tracks that are still on this schedule that have been on it since the sport's existence. Darlington Raceway in South Carolina is one of them. Martinsville Speedway in Virginia is another. That it doesn't matter if
just
you're
hard
talking
racing,
about Dick
side
May,
draft media says.
Richard Petty, and
short
Dale
track
Yarborough
racing
back from the 60s and 70s, or Kyle Larson and William Byron and Alex Bowman and Denny Hamlin from 2024, or Cole Custer and Eric Almirola in this day and age. It always produces the same racing, and it has produced the same kind of racing ever since they put the first shovel in the ground to build this place.
You're right about that, and it's great to have Clay Campbell continuing to oversee things here on a day-to-day basis at Martinsville Speedway.
188 laps, complete of 250.
The ones that built this racetrack. Clay literally grew up doing anything and everything possible
the Monster Mile,
to continue to make this family business successful.
Well, Amarola goes on the inside.
To NASCAR, but Clay is very much still the one in charge here, and he treats
we do
everyone
baseball,
like family. He gets out, he shakes
basketball,
hands with
hockey,
the guests as
maybe
they're coming
football,
through the gates.
maybe.
You'll see him walk around the grandstands or down in the infield. Heck, you'll even see him down at the hot dog stand.
Well, they had coffee with Clay earlier today, where had a bunch of race fans come out and had donuts and coffee, and Clay got in and amongst them answering
Butterfly
questions.
does a great job. Richard does a great job.
He's
Alex does a great job. All my mods, Cole, everybody that's here hanging out, watching with us.
That we got here and the beautiful sunset highlighting the hundreds of campers and tents all on the hillside. Heck, they still got a big concert to give out or to do up there on top of the hill once this race is over with, and we still got 60 laps to go.
Back to business. Pace cars on pit road. Here comes the field.
Here we go. Buggity.
Cole Custer will start to the outside of Eric Almirola.
No fist of cups yet.
Almirola is away.
What happened? Where'd the audio go? What's up, y'all? Hold on 1 second. What happened to your audio?
But can he get away and stay away from Cole Custer?
Pretty good jump for Almirola. He's nearly got him cleared by the time they get to turn 2. He will clear him to the back straightaway. Cole Custer jumps back down into the low line second. Riley Herbst to the outside of Allgaier for third.
They are huddled up, nose to tail in the bottom of the racetrack. Nobody is willing to let anybody downstairs if you're stuck on the top lane.
Nobody's giving up anything the rest of the way this afternoon. Justin Allgaier, Riley Herbst.
Banging.
Nose to nose, down the back straightaway into turn 3. That's the battle for third and fourth.
Riley Herbst is doing a tremendous job of rolling the outside lane. Now, he'll bobble a tad coming off the corner. That'll give Allgaier third. Herbst goes to the inside, throws the block on Chandler Smith. They'll pay the price.
Chandler Smith moves him up the racetrack. Riley Herbst didn't quite have him cleared, and he got moved up in turn number 1. Chandler Smith to 4th. Herbst to 5th on the outside. Here comes Jeb Burton.
As the race leader, it's Eric Almirola. Second
Herbst is loose. Oh, he almost spun.
Justin Allgaier. At the moment, they're in the championship 4. 4th place is Chandler Smith, Mike.
Allgaier, Custer in. Chandler Smith is out.
Sam Mayer's in desperation mode.
Plus 32 for Custer.
He too in desperation mode. Both need to win.
And that should be scary for some of the other drivers that are in that top 10 along with him. You've got 3 drivers in must-win situations that are trying to crack their way into the top 5. Sammy Smith wedging his way under Herbst in 2.
Yeah, Riley Herbst is on the backslide now. Jeb Burton passed him on the outside. Sliding through on the inside is Sammy Smith. Herbst now gets into the bottom groove to shut off Anthony Alfredo.
Further up, things getting tight for the number 3 spot. Chandler Smith in a must-win situation. He's on the back bumper of Justin Allgaier.
Allgaier is on a completely different page of the playbook. He just needs a nice, calm top 10 finish, but he's not going to just wave Chandler Smith by.
Chandler Smith has changed his racing lane. He'll go a bit higher at corner entry.
Great time to be here, y'all. Keep on hitting that subscribe. Keep hitting that like button for us.
Off the corner very hard. He's doing the same thing right now.
Giving a little push on the back bumper of the Justin Allgaier machine, but Allgaier's seen it before.
Turn 2. Josh Williams around. 3 wide move went wrong. Sheldon Creed
caution
dove
number
to the
11.
Inside. Josh Williams got the worst of it, and he'll go around in turn 2. That'll put us under the caution flag for the 11th time this evening when Josh Williams goes around with Sheldon Creed making a bonsai move to the bottom of the entrance of 1.
53 laps to go here in Martinsville, and Eric Almirola still controls the race.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver. And we dedicate.
Alrighty, we changed that really quick here. Caution number 11 on the track. We haven't even had time to do much crank it up because there's been so many dang cautions. So another caution. Caution number 11 today. 11 cautions. 12 lead changes. We're at lap 197 of 250. The 29 got into the wall. Sheldon Creed almost got hit. Denny Hamlin cautions. That's right. We run about 2 laps, then catch a caution. That's about right. It's not a wreck fest. 1700 here. Thank you guys for being here. My name is CeeLo. It's our season finale of the NASCAR Xfinity Series here on the Go at CeeLo. We will be unable to do next week's race due to we'll be on a cruise. So we have enjoyed every NASCAR Xfinity race that we've done. I think we missed only 3. So not too bad. We might have missed 2 of the whole season. So we've covered them all. We hope that you are here with us next year. We're going to have a good time next year. We'll start with the Speed Weeks in Daytona. Now, I might go to a couple more races next year. My good friend Tom has offered that out. We might next year give some more giveaways as well. So stay tuned for that. Keep following us. Keep subbing to us. Keep notification bells on as well. Because you never know what we'll do as a giveaway coming up next year. So what is the Xfinity record for cautions? I'm not sure. Someone look that up. Pretty much a demo derby. You're right. Kevin's saying I'd say 10 straight races with 10 plus cautions for the Xfinity race. Crazy.
We are yet to get the 1-to-go signal. Perfect chance for us to step away and
welcome,
pause
Nita.
10 seconds for station identification on the Motor Racing Network.
Well, I can stream from the cruise, but Friday and Saturday I'll be busy. Friday is travel day. Saturday is get on this cruise day. So Friday and Saturday are booked. Now Sunday is a C day. Sunday is a C day. There's a good possibility we might try to do something, but it won't have all the bells and whistles. We might just do one camera and MRN radio, and that's about it. But no promises, but stay tuned for the final race. And then basketball is next. That's right. And NHL hockey.
Busy today as usual. Steve Post and Chris Wilner.
Right now the field is getting doubled up for the restart. The restart will come with 48 laps to go. Justin Allgaier right now, or make that to Eric Almirola, will restart on the inside of row 1. Justin Allgaier will restart on the inside of row 2. Last restart, Chandler Smith, one of those must-win drivers, restarted on the inside of row 3. Right now, he'll restart on the outside of row 2. They're getting all jostled about. You've got Chandler Smith, that is in a must-win situation. Sam Mayer in a must-win. Sammy Smith in a must-win situation. And right now, they're all going to restart inside of the top 10.
With Chandler Smith and Sam Mayer on the back bumper of Cole Custer.
We have a weather problem.
Who's the driver that can afford to let one of those guys win, or Custer would be out of the championship.
Off turn 4 into the Geico restart zone. Green flag is waving, and Eric Almirola.
We're a little behind. Let me reset this.
Very tight formation. Almirola trying to squirt away. Cole Custer's going to keep him honest in 1.
The General hangs with him through the apex at turn number 1.
On my NASCAR.
Almirola gets a good run off turn number 2. Custer will slide back in line in second. Third belongs to Almirola. Chandler Smith drives it deep to the outside.
Boy, that was a bold move by Chandler Smith, and he made it work on the outside lane. Gets a nose in front of Justin Allgaier in turn 1.
Rim riding that outside lane, and he's doing it effectively. Side by side with Allgaier. A nose in front now for Chandler Smith in the outside lane. Hasn't quite got him cleared in turn 3.
Allgaier not permitting that to happen further back. Sammy Smith just laid the fender to Sam Mayer. A couple of teammates racing for position number 6.
Able to clear Justin Allgaier for 3rd. Now he tries to run down 2nd place Cole Custer. They beat and bang further back off turn number 4 as they race back to turns 1 and 2.
Front of the pack, it continues to be Eric Almirola. He's gotten away by about a car length and a half over Cole Custer. Another car length back to the 3rd place machine of Chandler Smith. One more to Justin
Butch, thanks for becoming a rookie member, Butch.
Last time by,
thank you,
Sam
Butch.
Mayer moves Sammy Smith into 1. Drove Smith up the racetrack. Mayer was able to grab the spot. Smith follows him off the corner. They're all bouncing off each other to the back.
I do have Starlink, but I can't do Friday or Saturday.
About what happens when we get down to the final 25 or so.
David, thank you, David.
Part peaceably.
43 laps to go here at Martinsville.
43 laps to go.
Has opened up a car length and a half. They're physical for second.
Battle is on for the number 2 spot. Chandler Smith is going to go, and he's ready to do exactly that. He looks to the inside on Cole Custer. Contact at the entrance of 3.
Leaning on each other, coming out of 4. 42 laps to go. Chandler Smith trying to ease his way to the inside of Custer for the runner-up spot.
Smith on the low line. Custer up high. Cole tries to squeeze him down on the exit of turn number 2. He clears him just for a moment. Chandler Smith drives it deep again into 3.
Chandler Smith out of the ride at the end of this year, has no prospects for next year. Nothing to lose here as he's trying to grab the number 2 spot from Custer.
Cole Custer is not going to go quietly. He has fought him off, at least for the moment. Chandler Smith is going to have to start over again. In his rear view mirror is the Justin Allgaier machine. I got a feeling the Gator wants no part of that.
Like trying to get to 600 likes.
Is not too far back as well. They're stacked up from 2nd, 3rd, 4th on.
Get this in-car camera going here.
Pulls away with a
Stay off my 00.
Jeff Burton having an awesome run this afternoon. He's been top 10 just about all the way. He is top 5 right now. And yes, indeed, Eric Almirola is getting on with getting gone.
With 39 laps to go this time by, he is really beginning to leg it out because Cole
I'm going to go Custer still. It's going to be a battle between
Smith.
Custer's got to attend to the back door right now. He cannot hang with Eric Almirola. They'll race off turn 2 down the back straightaway. The top 5 remain single file.
Championship 4 aspirations for Chandler Smith are slowly starting to slip away. 38 laps to go. Chandler is now running in 3rd. He's got Custer in front of him and Justin Allgaier right on his back bumper.
At a certain point, he's going to have to employ some different
keep hitting that like, keep hitting that subscribe.
Custer, because as Eric Almirola drives away, Chandler Smith's chances decrease.
Yeah, because Chandler Smith, again, must win this race if he wants to be a part of the championship for next week. He still has Cole Custer right in front of him with a good race car.
I'll give him credit, Chandler Smith. He has not roughed up Cole Custer. Now here comes Justin Allgaier. He's going to bust a move to the
He's
bottom.
driving him nuts. I mean, he could punt Custer in the turn any second.
Allgaier the whole shot he was looking for. Allgaier cut his Camaro to the bottom of the racetrack, got up alongside him for a moment, Dave, but now has to back away.
Justin Allgaier's playoff chances have nothing to do with winning this race. He'll take it if they hand it to him, but for now, I think he's very happy to be in a nice, safe little spot running securely in 4th.
Because Allgaier is 3rd right now on the grid, plus 36 points. He is in a great spot as long as he keeps that car pointed in the right direction.
Thank you, Riley Racing, for subbing.
Feel some heat for position number 5. Closing in on his back bumper is the Sam Mayer machine. Mayer is another one of those drivers who are down to desperation moves at this point.
With 35 laps to go, Eric Almirola's pulled away by a nice lead. A second and a half over Cole Custer in 2nd. You've got Chandler Smith in 3rd, Justin Allgaier 4th, and Dave, a great battle for 5th behind them.
Jeff Burton has got it down to the bottom. Here comes Sam Mayer. He'll fill the hole. Driver's left, pulls alongside in turn 4.
Jeff Burton strong on the outside lane, however, but Sam Mayer keeps a nose beside him. He'll pull even in turn number 1.
Cameras can't show the same battle. They need to choose.
Momentum up in that outside lane. Gets a good draw off the top of turn number 2. They'll run side by side again, but it's going to be Mayer winning the drag race into turn 3.
And Burton gets quickly back in line behind Mayer, slides across the nose of Sammy Smith, and that allows Riley Herbst and now Anthony Alfredo to join that battle.
I mean, Smith has had multiple times to punt Custer, and he has not.
Sammy let him go by the time they got
right here. Just as I say that.
He's heating up again for the 2nd spot. Cole
2,000 in the chat. Hit that
Chandler
like, hit that
Smith
subscribe.
Is mounting a challenge. Smith now tucks right up underneath the spoiler. They go to turn 1. Chandler Smith moves Custer up the track.
You knew it was coming. It was just a matter of when. He could not afford Chandler Smith to run behind Cole Custer much longer. Trouble in turn number 1. Brandon Jones is in trouble up next to the safer barrier in turn 1.
That puts us under the caution flag for the 12th time of the afternoon.
Another
It comes
caution.
out at lap 220 when Brandon Jones has a problem coming off the end of the back straightaway. That ultra
12. Did anybody say 12?
Chevy Camaro coming to grief at the end of the front stretch. And Alex, we've had a dozen caution periods. That's going to re-rack them and give everybody a chance with less than 25 laps to go to reassess their situation and do whatever they need to do to make it to the end of this race.
Yeah, because with the normal
Did anybody
pitting
say
and caution
12?
procedures, once the pace car gets out there and picks the entire field up and gets everybody down at pace car speed, next time by they'll open up the pit lane for the lead lap cars. Following lap, they open it up for the lap or more down cars. Then we set things back up and get the 1 to go signal. You choose what lane to restart in. So to your point, with 29 to go right now, we're going to be under 25 laps to go by the time that takes place.
Eric Almirola is the driver that's dominated this race. He's led 121 laps of it so far. The question is, will he be able to hang on and sweep racing at Martinsville this season?
All right. Appreciate you hanging out with us. My name is CeeLo. On the Go at CeeLo is our YouTube channel. We've been bringing you racing all season, and a spin by Brandon Jones comes the 12th caution with 30 laps to go. Right now, Allmendinger and Custer are 3rd and 4th in the standings. Chandler Smith has to win this thing. He's 28 points out. Jesse Love is 56. So pretty much Chandler Smith, Love, or Mayor Sammy Smith have to win this thing to get out. So this should be interesting. Mark, just about everyone has no stickers and set of scuffed tires. They're running out of hot dogs, he said. Jason said 14. Joshua said 16 cautions. 13's coming up, Misty says. And Jeanette, thanks for becoming a rookie member. Jeanette, thank you. Let's listen into the CW for a little bit.
Put you into situations where you have to be willing to do things like this. And
they're talking about how Chandler Smith punted Custer.
that's as politely as you can do that. It's moving somebody out of the way without wrecking them.
Well, it's history. Let's not forget it. It hasn't been that long. We go all the way back to Kansas, 81 to 0-0. This was batting to the beach back in September, and now I thought it was pretty recently, right?
Thank you, Jason, for subscribing. Trying to get to 27,700 if you haven't subscribed. Oh, sorry, I don't have the audio on.
And I agree with Jeff that wasn't, he didn't wreck the 0-0, but I believe now the 0-0 doesn't have to have a lot of patience with the 81. I think he can just send it out of the way when he gets to the rear bumper.
SHR4 collection. Thank you for subscribing.
Right? When you move somebody, you have to understand that now you've given them a permission slip to move you. So
any on the go swag? No,
right? You try to race people the way they race you.
I have not.
Maybe
this off season I'll get some stuff together.
But you're in a situation as well. You're trying to get done what you need to get done to go to Phoenix, just like Smith is.
Just found the channel, Joshua.
With it, but now you just,
aerial cam, beautiful view.
This
Yeah,
aerial cam. Because does the 81 take the front row and allow the 0-0 to take inside row 2?
What does Amarola pick? Does he pick the bottom? Because I can't pick the bottom. I cannot give someone the outside and let them enter turn 1 with me on the outside because they can beat me off of turn 2 and take the lead.
All right,
let's listen into Cole Custer's radio.
McReynolds says dogs off the porch. Yeah, we're here with you. So you just, I think we'll go fight and race these last laps, and whatever happens here, I'm proud of you, buddy. Yep, 10-4.
All right, Kim. Let's hear from the crew chief.
Yeah, Jonathan Tony calling the shots for Cole Custer. We heard you tell him, whatever you do, I'm proud of you. What do you want to see Cole do?
Playoff owner situation. Chandler Smith's trying to get into the playoff driver situation. Cole Custer's already in. Justin Allgaier is already
in. Did I miss your question? If someone answered Mellow Yellow Cup Series, what's up?
That he needs to win this race if he wants to race
for a championship. Is on the front row, yes.
Custer's not in
he is on the front row pole,
as
Vegas.
We sit good on points, but if Chandler Smith wins this race, Custer is eliminated because Chandler Smith is in a must-win situation as they've got the opportunity right now to pick what lane to restart in.
Amy,
get an
thanks
update
for
on Cole Custer with Chris Wilner.
We were just about to report on the choose. The big conversation with him and Jonathan Tony was, do I follow Chandler
all the time?
Smith, knowing the implications that could be.
Taylor Smith lines up behind Almirola.
He said, I don't know, go with your gut, but I've gone to war with you all season. You make the best decision you feel you need as possible. He decided to go to the outside behind Chandler Smith, gives up a row. Will this be the move that could ultimately cost or benefit Cole Custer? We'll find out.
Pace cars on pit road. The field is coming through the Geico restart zone. 24 to go, and Eric Almirola is going to jack everybody up. Now they get going. And Sam Mayer's got damage. Sam Mayer's got smoke coming from the left rear of his car.
He got collected from behind by Burton. Chandler Smith gets punted. He goes up the racetrack. He takes Custer backward with him as Almirola gets away with
Oh my gosh, who's that smoking?
Because as long as Chandler Smith doesn't win, Cole Custer's
Sam
in
Mayer.
the championship.
Trouble, turn number 4, Ryan Sieg gets punted by Shane Van Gisbergen.
Oh.
Van Gisbergen hooks him in the left rear, spins him. Sieg is sitting crossways to the racetrack. Van Gisbergen comes to a halt right at his right quarter panel, and now they're able to refire their cars and drive away. It's getting physical, and Shane Van Gisbergen has sparks flying for the right side of his car.
Well, as we sit right now, you kind of knew this is what we're going to be up against here in these closing 20-plus laps. Nobody is going to give a centimeter. Here comes Sam Mayer's car. He's got damage as everybody was slow in the Geico restart zone. He's got tire ups. The hood is bowed up on that car, and Sam Mayer's in front of Steve Post.
Yeah, Sam Mayer brings that car in, and there's damage, really. The front end is just totally torn up on that car as he's been pushed in. He had damage earlier on with an incident down here with Parker Retzlaff, but this one here is just across the front end of the race car. They're working on that automobile now, just trying to make sure they got good clearance. One of these drivers, one of these teams in a must-win situation, and it doesn't look like they're going to do it at this point. They're going to work on that car.
Just refresh if it lags for you guys.
On that machine, and the pace has slowed down.
Battle cam's not doing so well.
As they just look at the race car and start to assess the damage. This is not looking good from the tone, the tenor, and
Battle cam was lagging.
And even if they got it fixed, they'd be at the back of the pack. Tough night. Tough finish for Sam Mayer.
Yeah, Sam Mayer will not race for a championship in 2024. He is officially eliminated. The NASCAR official, along with the crew members, behind the wall. They are pushing the car behind the wall, and Sam Mayer will have to get out of the car, go to the infield care center for a mandatory checkup before he is released. But Sam Mayer has now officially been eliminated from the championship contention.
So with 21 to go, Cole Custer is in by 28. Chandler Smith is out by 28. Jesse Love out by 47. Right now on the racetrack, you've got Cole Custer, who is running in position number 6. You've got Chandler Smith, who is running in position number 5. Jesse Love is running in position number 11.
We got a new player, though, that Cole Custer needs to be worried about, and that's the third-place driver, Sammy Smith. If Sammy wins the race, he'll knock Cole Custer out of the championship 4. Sammy Smith in third place is in desperation mode. He must win if he wants to be a championship 4 contender.
Right now, Sammy Smith is out by 95. The only way that he can run for the title is to win this race. And we're coming down to it. Less than 20 laps to go. How is all this going to shake out? This, Alex, could be the most important choose of the race.
Yeah, it really can be. And let's not forget, and we're not going to get the one to go this time by. They're still picking up some debris here on the front straightaway, but the bottom line is there's a reason for everybody to not give anything up. Doesn't matter if it's a team car or not. There's a grandfather clock that everybody wants to win on the line, let alone Eric Almirola, who's dominated this race, leading all but 100 of the 231 laps run
Sam Mayer behind the wall.
He is basically in a must-win situation for the Owners' Championship for that car number 20.
So you know what that means at Martinsville. If you're not going to give it up, then somebody's going to take it from you. We've seen it time and time. We have seen it in this race already, where all of a sudden we're all calm and serene. Next thing you know, elbows up and the fenders are getting a workout.
But part of that scenario is the driver third, Sammy Smith, again in the must-win and desperation mode. One of the cars he's going to have to get by is his team car, Justin Allgaier, who at the point is not guaranteed in just yet on points. So Sammy Smith has to be careful how he races Justin Allgaier, who, by the way, Allgaier and Rick Brandt and Brandt Professional Agriculture have announced that they have a 2-year deal to stay at Junior Motorsports.
So in case you're just joining us, let's reset it for you. You've got Austin Hill and AJ
Chemo, what's up?
Taken two
Hey, good to see you,
of
bro.
the championship 4 spots by winning.
Thanks
in
for
this
saying
round
hi,
of 8.
man.
So the only 2 that are unclaimed
You like
right
how we do
now
this?
are Justin Allgaier in 3rd. He's in by 40. And Cole Custer is 4th. He's in by 28. If nothing were to change, it would be Allgaier and Custer advancing to the championship 4 with Hill and Allmendinger. However, if, to Alex's point, if Chandler Smith in 5th wins this race, Custer gets knocked out. If
I
Jesse
had
Love
Cole
or
Custer
if
to win,
Sammy
and
Smith
Amarola
win
is my
this
dark
race,
horse.
Custer gets knocked out. This thing could get turned upside down before it's all said and done, and it's time to choose with 18 laps to go.
First 2 drivers, Almirola and
Wow.
Allgaier, both choose the
Sammy
bottom of the
Smith's gonna be on the
racetrack.
front row.
And then it's Sammy Smith going to the top side. So Sammy Smith will go from 3rd to the outside of the front row. Get ready. I'm not convinced we have seen the last yellow flag.
Nope, I don't think we need to put it away just yet. It still could get a workout. You know, you scoffed at me about an hour ago when I told you the record of cautions was 19. Well, that was when we had about 6. Well, we're at that caution 13 right now. Buckle up. We may run out of laps, but we could get there.
I do apologize for scoffing. The field lined up 2 by 2. Pace car makes its way to the pit lane. There'll be 16 laps to go. The field under the lights in Martinsville, ready to get back to the Geico restart zone.
Here we go. Race fans are on their feet at the Martinsville Speedway, waiting to see how this one's going to shake out. Eric Almirola just creeping into the Geico restart zone. He's on it. Sammy Smith, though, spins the tires. He'll fall
bad
back
start
from
for
Allgaier,
Sammy Smith.
And now a fall back from Almirola with the lead.
Not what Sammy Smith needed on the restart. Almirola quickly away by 3 car lengths. Smith will regroup, fall in
Sammy
line
Smith
in
is
second. Justin
P2.
Allgaier, 3rd, challenged up high by Riley Herbst.
And Chandler Smith right there knocking on the door as well.
15 to go.
Sammy Smith is getting away from Allgaier.
What's up, Lori?
Allgaier
Good to
puts
see
the
you.
block on Riley Herbst.
Riley Herbst has got to go. He looks
Jesse
to the
Love's
inside
going to
on
start
Justin
using the
Allgaier.
bumper,
He'll go
1987
side
says.
by side now at the exit of turn number 2. Herbst on the inside. Allgaier on the outside, then Chandler Smith. He gets into Riley Herbst and just drills him up the racetrack.
And now Smith, that's Chandler, alongside Allgaier for 3rd, while Sammy Smith is keeping pace with Almirola for the lead.
Mike, you said a moment ago that the table was set for the finish. I think Chandler Smith has got an idea of grabbing the tablecloth and sending the needle flying. He has bowled his way back to the number 3 spot.
But Chandler Smith has got some room to catch the 2nd place car.
Hit that subscribe.
Sammy is on the back bumper almost to the race leader, Eric Almirola.
Almirola's got about a car length as they make their way off turn number 1. In a moment, they're going to catch the Brandon Jones machine.
Another caution
towed
here.
in about 1.5 feet after an incident earlier. He's going to give way on the bottom of the racetrack.
He indeed will pull to the bottom of the front straightaway, allowing Almirola, Sammy Smith and company to pass him to his outside.
Slow car for Brandon Jones.
It's still Almirola by a car length. 5 to 6 back to Chandler Smith.
Brandon Jones calls that.
Justin Allgaier and Cole Custer.
11 laps to go. This time by Brandon Jones gets his wounded car back to the pit lane. Almirola leads Sammy Smith by a car length.
Challenge is on for 4th. Cole Custer has opened up some real estate to the inside of the Justin Allgaier machine. They'll run nose to nose down the back straightaway into 3.
Mid-pack, it is a total rugby scrum with Riley Herbst getting punted around, guys beating and banging fenders, and they're all able to sort it out. Cars are jacked up sideways. It's getting to the end. 10 to go at Martinsville.
If you're running back in that pack, pull that chin strap a little tighter because it's getting a little bit rough.
Here we go.
Front of the pack, it's still Almirola by a car length.
He is controlling the field. He's got
10
now
laps
up
to go.
2 car lengths. Good launch off turn 4 for Eric Almirola, down to 9 laps to go.
Sammy Smith has got
I'm saying Desert Fox.
spot. He's got some daylight between himself and the
Keep
3rd
hitting that
place
like.
machine of Chandler Smith, who's
Subscribe,
given everything
y'all.
he's got and about 10% more.
Eric Almirola has 2 drivers in his rearview mirror that are in must-win situations. They have to get to Eric Almirola, and then, Dave, they've got to get by Eric Almirola.
Does Sammy Smith punt Amarola if he gets to him?
I hope he's had his rabies shot because they will do anything and everything at this juncture. Smith is back within a car length.
He is, as they come back to the line, down to 7 laps to go. Further back, Cole Custer, Justin Allgaier minding their P's and Q's back in the 4th and 5th positions.
Both of them are where they want to be right now, and unless something changes severely in front of them, and Sammy Smith is doing everything he can to make that happen.
Sammy Smith right now is one of the fastest cars on the racetrack.
Smith is in
He's
if
not
he
the
wins,
fastest.
and Custer
It
is out.
Chandler Smith as they race to the corner with 6 to go.
It's getting late.
Oh my
Chandler
gosh.
Smith is running out of real estate and time. Eric Almirola maintains that 1 car length advantage.
They come back to the start-finish line. Eric Almirola, 1 car length over Sammy Smith. Sammy Smith, 3 car lengths over Chandler Smith. They have checked out mightily over Cole Custer in 4th.
Everybody else is out of contention for the win. Playoff aspirations.
Ryan's calling for a caution. Nothing yet.
Eric Almirola.
What's up, Suzanne?
As he makes his way to
Can he get to him? That's the question.
Laps to go now. Almirola by a car length and a half over Sammy Smith. Chandler Smith further back by 4 car lengths.
Sammy Smith has got to find a rabbit to pull out of a hat somewhere, somehow, and he's got to make it happen fast. The lead remains 1 to 2 car lengths.
Sammy Smith is sending that car in as much as he can. He is driving qualifying laps right now, but Eric Almirola still keeps him at arm's length.
Almirola doing exactly what he needs.
He's not going to get to him.
He is equaling the lap time.
4 laps to go.
Equaling the lap time of Chandler Smith and holding on to that 1 car length advantage.
Down to 2 laps to go here in the National Debt Relief 250 at Martinsville.
2 laps to go.
There is a little lap traffic now that's going to come into play.
Here they come into turn number 1. They'll make their way down the back straightaway. Lap traffic, not a factor quite yet. Here comes out Eric
Last
Almirola
lap here.
down the back stretch, closing on Jeremy Clements.
That Jeremy Clements lap car is ahead of the leaders as they come to the front straightaway.
White
the
flag.
white flag is flying. 1 more lap around for Eric Almirola to bring
51
it home.
doesn't block.
Clements gives way to the
It's over, y'all. Almirola's going to win this.
To the top 3, off turn 2 for the final time. It's all Eric Almirola.
Car length and a half, Sammy Smith, last-ditch effort. It's not going to pay off.
Congratulations, Dark Horse.
Flag is out. Eric Almirola wins the National Debt
Cole
Relief
Custer and
250 at the
Allgaier
Martinsville
in.
Speedway. Almirola will get a grandfather
We
clock.
see those 20s.
Sammy Smith gave it a valiant effort, but comes up 1 spot short. He'll finish 2nd. Chandler Smith will be 3rd. Cole Custer, good enough to go to the championship 4. He'll finish 4th. Justin Allgaier finishes 5th. That also good enough to go to the championship 4.
What a race by Eric Almirola and Joe Gibbs Racing, and the championship 4 field is set. Let's go to pit road.
Tyler Allen, crew chief for Eric Almirola, your 8th win of the season, and on to the playoffs, on to the championship of the owners team.
Yes, tomorrow, NASCAR, y'all.
Played out, Tyler.
Oh, man, we've been thinking about this one for a while, and a lot of work went into strategy and the setup. The engineers did such a great job. Car chief mechanics.
See you tomorrow,
they
Billy.
worked so hard on these cars, and to have such a dominating day like that, and still just, it always comes down to the end, and I was glad we had control of the race at the end.
There we go, Tyler Allen, 8 times he's won this year, and this one sets them into Phoenix to race for the Owners' Championship.
To that championship 4, and based on points, Cole Custer will try to defend a title he won a year ago.
And Sammy Smith and Chandler Smith, neither one are going to make it, but a very good job by both of those guys to put themselves in position.
No video game move. Nope. He couldn't get to him.
What a day for Chandler Smith and Sammy Smith.
That's already says Eric Almirola the phone.
Doing everything they could. Sammy Smith falling 1 position short. Chandler Smith 2 positions short. Remember, Chandler was very upset with Cole Custer.
Let me look, y'all. $12:30 tomorrow, y'all. 12:30. We'll go live 12:30 Central. 12:30 Central tomorrow, y'all.
Eric Almirola behind the wheel of the 20.
Gets to 600 likes real quick. 9 more likes to go. Oh, Cole Custer. Oh, and Chandler Smith. Oh, he turned it off. No. Ah, boo.
The finger pointing escalated to a punch thrown.
Punches thrown. Punches thrown.
We saw at the beginning of the day, as the pre-race ceremonies were taking place, Eric Almirola has the whole family here with him. And they'll be able to celebrate.
1:30 Eastern, yeah.
This is win number 7 of his career in the Xfinity Series.
Thanks, guys, for getting us to 600 likes. Take them out. Thank you, 94 New York Ranger.
And Dave, you're right down there to help with the celebration.
I feel like part of the family, Rick. The family has joined. Good to see you, Alex. 148 led in April, 150 today. You outdid yourself, and you put this car in the championship for the Owners' Championship.
Wow. What an amazing race car. So proud of Tyler and all the guys on this team, man. We had an amazing car here in the spring, and we made a few tweaks to it because I wasn't totally happy with it, honestly, in the spring. And we showed up yesterday, and we were awful. I was like, oh, no, what did we do? And they went to work last night and came up with a lot of changes to make to the car, and it was so hooked up today. It would just do everything I wanted it to. So, man, this is such a special place. This is by far my favorite racetrack, and I'm just so thankful. Thankful to Coach, everybody at Toyota. Thank you to He Gets Us. Thank you, God. You know, there's so much more to it than just me and this race team. I'm just so lucky and blessed to have this opportunity with so many great partners. Go Bowling. I hate that they've been a partner of mine for so long and we haven't got them to victory lane, but just so thankful. Thankful to everybody at TRD,
20.
Toyota. Our GR Supra was faster than the Xfinity Internet today, and just what an amazing race car. Just so proud, so proud, and we're gonna go race for an Owners' Championship in Phoenix.
Congratulations and good luck. Kim Kuhn.
Cole Custer transfers to the championship 4, but the bigger headline, the altercation between you and Chandler Smith on pit road. I heard you say what goes around comes around. What did Chandler say to you?
I mean, obviously he's not happy, but at the end of the day, he's put us in the wall a few times this year, and his mistakes caught up with him. You know, he used the bumper on me, I used the bumper on him. So what comes around goes around in this deal. I'm so proud of this team. I mean, we brought out everything we had today. Kept us in the fight, you know, but JT and all the guys just did a great job all year, maximizing everything we had. So just can't thank Gene Haas, everybody at Haas Automation, Ford Performance. Can't wait to go to Phoenix now and see what we can do.
Chandler has made it very clear that he does not care what happens because he doesn't know what his future is. After the altercation today, are you worried retribution might come at Phoenix next weekend as you run for a championship?
I mean, it is what it is. I think at the end of the day,
CJ Channels,
he put us in the wall a few times this year. He kept us from winning a race, I feel like, at Kansas, and he used the bumper on me, I used the bumper on him. I don't know how we're not even. And then he punches me in the face. I can't even tell if he really punched me in the face. It was so soft. But at the end of the day, it was, we'll go on to Phoenix.
All right, Cole Custer calls it even. Marty, what does Chandler Smith think?
Let's chat with Chandler. So you got out of the car immediately. You were upset on the radio with how Cole Custer raced you on that one restart. What did you want to say to him when you went up to him, and were you planning to throw a punch?
I was planning to do a lot more than that, to be completely frank with you. I was extremely pissed off. I gave him 5 laps before that caution came out, and beat his bumper off and never shipped him or anything like that. Then finally it's like, all right, the laps are winding down. I'm in a must-win. The 20's starting to drive away. He was really good all day. I can't waste any more time with him. So I finally had a good enough run and pushed him up the racetrack and went on our way. But I gave him a chance for 5 laps before that, right? Well, I think he was the first guy all day that chose the outside lane from third place, so that's very interesting. And then he didn't even give me a chance to make the corner when we got to turn 1. And funny enough, the restart right after that, picks right behind me again. How ironic is that? It is what it is. Super, super proud of everybody at Joe Gibbs Racing. We had a really, really fast number 81 Quick Tie Products GR Supra, and I'm very passionate about this. I love this group. This group deserves to be in Phoenix and deserves to go out and contend for a championship. Just with how the playoff format is and whatnot, we were in a must-win situation tonight, and those are the cards that were dealt, and we're not going to go and race for a championship, and that's okay. We're going to go to Phoenix, and we're going to go try to kick their ass there.
So this is the first time with you and Cole Custer this year. He just said earlier that he feels like you took the win away from him at Kansas. You guys had words after that race. He said he feels like everything is even now. What do you think?
I think he's going to blow his doors off after 5 laps in that race, honestly. You go back and look, the 20 was the best car of the entire race. He was even better than me, better than the 00. At the end of the day, I didn't even know what he was mad about at Kansas until I went back, talked to him, was like, what were you mad about? And seeing what happened, I was like, okay, that's my bad. You can go back and listen to the spotters footage. He said clear, never knew you were outside. It's on me. And his thing was, well, you have a mirror and all that. I was like, that's great. I'm just letting you know what the situation was. So he can think we're even and all, but he's the one that's got more stakes than I do next weekend as well. So
there you go. Chandler Smith obviously not letting this one go either, Rick, and I think this is to be continued next weekend as Cole Custer races for a championship. How will Chandler Smith race him?
Yeah, we're going to have to keep our eye on these 2 cars.
So next week for the trucks, we got Taylor Gray looking for Christian Eckes in the championship for, and now next week we got Chandler Smith looking for Cole Custer. Should be an interesting championship for. He won't do anything. I'm sure he won't. But, they're all mad and everything. But that's crazy. So the final 4 is AJ Allmendinger, Austin Hill, Cole Custer, and Justin Allgaier. Really, those 4 guys were pretty dominant all year long. Chandler Smith was up there as well. And Chandler said some few words to Cole Custer and swang at Cole Custer for the move that he made, but Custer said he was even, but whatever it is. But man, what a race. Good times, y'all. Thanks so much for hitting a like for us today. We got over 634 likes and the subscribers as well. Thank you guys so much for everything you guys have done. Yeah, the CW was so lagged. Like we were completing a lap on MRN compared to the CW. The CW, NASCAR, you need to work on the CW. Give the fans what they want. Let them see it as much as they need to on the app or a phone or whatever. Yes, it benefited our channel this year when they went to the CW, but still, give it to the fans. Let them see these races for free. I know you can watch it on Rabbit Ears, and most of our viewers watch it on the Rabbit Ears at home, but a lot of people don't have that. They have smart TVs that don't have that, or they can't figure it out. And then also a lot of people are on their phones on the go as well. So, but thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. And let's go through the track here. Let's go through the set of here. Amarola, back-to-back wins here in Martinsville, gets the win. Sammy Smith, so close. I thought he was going to punt Amarola, but he didn't. Chandler Smith, 3rd. Cole Custer, 4th. Allgaier, 5th. Sheldon Creed, he worked his way back to 6th. That's how strong of a car that car was. Imagine if he didn't get speeding, he might have won. But Matt says preach. That's right. Alfredo, top 10 for Fast Pasta. There you go. Parker Klingerman, 8th. Jeb Burton, 9th. Matt Snyder, 10th. Wow, that 91. 98, Herps. Jesse Love falls short. He's in 12th. Brendan Poole, 13th. Austin Hill, 14th. Ryan C. got spun there in that last caution, 15th. Matt Benedetto, 16th. Josh Williams, 17th. Ryan Ellis, 18th. 19th. Blaine Perkins, 20th. Dylan Lipton, 21st. Kyle Sieg. Mason Maggio, 22nd. 23rd. Patrick Emmerling, 24th. Preston Pardis, 25th. Dawson Graham, and 26th. Greg Van Ost. And there's your 2-lap down cars. SVG spun with Ryan Sieg there. He got involved with the Ryan Sieg spin. He never got his lap back. Brandon Jones spun as well. Sam Mayer wrecked. He finishes 30th. He gets kicked out. Swallowich wrecked as well. All these cars were involved in wrecks. And Allmendinger wrecked the very first part of the race. And that is it. So will the CW affect us next year? No, we'll still have the CW for you guys next year. Hopefully they'll improve it. If not, we'll still have this. We'll have MRN. Now, the cams are going to be a different story next year for the Xfinity Series. I'm not sure how that's going to go. All these cams are moving away from NASCAR.com, and they're going to HBO Max. If you have not heard, look it up on Google. We're not sure. I'm going to contact HBO Max and see, what that's going to be like and all that. So we can maybe get something done with that. If not, we'll figure something out. But I want to thank all the fun this year for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, guys. Like I said, next week, I will not be able to do it. I'll be getting on the cruise ship during this time of the race. So hope whoever wins the championship for it will definitely have a preview vlog on these next week as well. And here is Sam Mayer. Let's listen to him.
To be able to make something happen here.
Yeah, we were definitely doing the best we could. We certainly weren't the best car today, but I felt like if we had that track position there, it would have helped us a lot. We started getting that a little bit there at the end. I mean, we were at a decent spot. I think that was our high for the day. So really proud of the guys for putting together a good car and being able to kind of stake out the crazy race that we had, getting, I don't even know what you called that earlier, punted earlier. So really proud of this 10X team. We did our best. The car was pretty good. It wasn't as fast as Xfinity Internet, but you can't have that every week. So we're going to go on to Phoenix and have one last one and put a 4th win sticker on the roof, and we'll be good.
Was it feeling like the intensity was picking up, like we were ramping up to something where a must-win driver was going to be in a position to win?
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, we see right here that tempers are flaring. So, yeah, it's just part of it, and the intensity level is always going to go up at the end of these races, and that's what we're here for right now. So unfortunate that we didn't get the best end of the stick, but we did our best, and that's all we can do.
Sam Mayer looked like he was going to be in position to maybe advance to Phoenix, but late race restart takes him out.
Yeah, frustration there from Sam Mayer. He won't race for a championship. All right, guys, we saw what Eric Almirola was able to do here. Now, Cole Custer has an opportunity.
I wonder if that will help in the championship here. So that is it. So, like I said, I want to thank everybody that has tuned in this year for our NASCAR Xfinity Series coverage. It has been amazing. We've learned when the cams came to us for NBC, it really blew up our Xfinity. And then when it went to CW, it blew it up even more. So thank you for everybody that has found us this year on the NASCAR Xfinity Series. We appreciate you. Tomorrow, we'll have our NASCAR Cup Series race, flag-to-flag coverage of the Xfinity 500. 2 drivers are going to get in. Who's it going to be? We'll see. But Logano is in. And Tyler Reddick is in. We'll see who the other 2 drivers are going to be. Stick with us. Make sure you set your clocks back as well. There will be some time changes, so don't be showing up for the race late tomorrow. 12:30 Central for us will be live for you. 12:30 Central live here for pre-race, and then pre-race ceremonies, and then green flag drop tomorrow for the Xfinity 500. Thank you guys so much for everything. We appreciate you guys. And it has been. And next year, the Xfinity Series is going to be loaded with talent, with all those top truck drivers coming up in the Xfinity. Man, oh man, it's going to be crazy here in the Xfinity Series. So thank you guys so much. We'll keep you up to date this week. We'll do a preview vlog as well for these next 2 races, this next race as well. But thank you again. I want to thank my lovely wife, Spain, for everything that she's done throughout this season with the Xfinity Series and let me hang out with you guys. Like I said, I only missed, I think, 3 Xfinity races, maybe 2 of the whole entire season. So thank you for her. I love you. I want to thank my mods for moderating, always taking care of it. We don't really have that much trouble, but when they do, they take care of it. Sometimes I never even see anything. I want to thank my members, new members today that joined us here. Jeanette became a member. Who else here? Let's see. Jeanette, Butch, Teresa super chat at $1.99. Brian with a $20 super chat. Who else? Cracker Jack with a $2 super chat, $10 super chat from Tracy, $1 from AR, and anybody else with a membership today? Let's see. Jeanette and Butch. And then earlier today during our qualifying stream, we had some members as well. John and Becky and Pop giving us a super chat. Coach earlier, Mark, Tracy as well, Jamie, all the ones that subscribed as well today. Thank you guys so much. All right, that's it. That's all I got. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And I'm going to send you guys to our good friend, the Dixon Way. He's covering the Georgia Bulldogs versus the Florida Gators. So make sure you go check him out. Tell him CeeLo sent you. And tell him I said go Vols. I'll be in the chat as well. But thank you guys so much. We'll see you soon. See you tomorrow. If not, if you don't like cup racing, you only like Xfinity, we'll see you next season. Until next time, peace out.